Welcome, Wanderers, back to Records of the Realms. This is Darkness Arc. This is our Darkness crew. We have a royal flush? No. Six of a kind? No, that doesn't work. We have everybody.
Yay!
A full house?
Full house!
Yeah.
Thanks, Joe.
I like royal flush.
Well, there's 5 players. And
I mean, fair.
We'll say full house.
no, there's 6 players. I can't count, guys.
It's okay. Welcome back. Appreciate having you here. Hopefully you all had a good Crit Awards and everything else that has happened since a week ago. I don't know what else has happened in the TTRPG community. I'm sure someone has gotten excommunicated and the game got chat on, because that's just kind of par for the course.
Okay.
Anyways, beyond that, we are going to hop back into it after we do a round of intros, a small recap, and then we're going to explore Plunge. Everyone's going to hang out for a bit. And I'm going to try to find a way to provide a visual for you players of what you're going to be seeing, because I know the players have it, but I would like you guys to be able to see it too somehow. Still trying to figure out that, but we'll see. We'll see how we do. For now, as we go around doing intros, hi, I'm Vinny Orvander from Inner.Vision. I do cosplay photography, videography, and I make TTRPG content like books, streaming, and now podcasts. I can say it. There's 2 episodes out, so I can say that now. If you're looking for things to listen to, we have 2 episodes currently out. Another one coming next Tuesday. So stay vigilant. I don't know why I said that, but do it, please. Thank you.
Do it.
We're going to bring it up to Tech, if you don't mind.
Oh yeah, I was confused. It's like you were. All right, so what's up, everybody? It is Tech Frost. If you like things like, first off, let me go ahead and say that I am playing our Fractima, Kinku, Favorites of Valmore, and Ruff. If you like anything from 3D art, voice acting, gaming, just about a little bit of anything that's in media, you can find me on all social medias at TEKFROST.
All right, going up to Lark, please.
Hi, I'm Lark. I play our Drunken Fist Drow monk, Kaliat. I hope he's your favorite. He's my favorite. You can find me on most other things as Exalted Lark, and I'm excited to be a tourist today.
All right, next up is Jay.
What's good? My name is Jay. I use they, them pronouns. I will be playing your friendly neighborhood furball named Thuria tonight, who uses she, they pronouns. Very excited to also be exploring Plunge, and I'm sure we will be going on lots of fun side quests today. You can find me on Instagram at JTheGetCosplays. I'm very excited to be debuting my Talia Grace cosplay soon this weekend at New York Renaissance Fair, so I'm very excited for that, and hopefully I'll be posting more stuff soon. So yeah, look forward to that.
All right, next up is Jocelyn.
Hi, I'm Jocelyn. I use they, she pronouns. I am playing the Star Elf Gloomstalker Ranger Phelan, who uses they, them pronouns. You can find me on TikTok at The Tipsy Tiger. You can also find me at Twitch at The Tipsy Tiger. We actually just had our first session of Hot Room Winter Summer last Friday. That featured, among others, our lovely Zella and Tech. And we have our second session this Friday at 7 o'clock Central, and then our final one the Friday after that. So I also did a highlight video if you want to catch up on these shenanigans. They did a wonderful job. Yeah, I'm super stoked to explore a new city. Vinny has put some amazing work into this, and I can't wait to see how we both adore it and also fuck it up.
I hope you don't fuck up this little town. That's literally
Listen, you don't.
I don't think we're strong enough yet. Like, we're going. They're going to be
right.
like,
We need to
stop
at
it.
least get a few more levels, right?
We might have to flee.
I mean,
Because
depending on what happens,
stealing
we might
stuff,
leave
but-
this town strong enough.
Hell yeah!
Listen, it's expensive.
Hell yeah!
Oh my god. Down to Joe.
What's up, geeks? I'm Joe from New Age Geeks. You can find me. I'm here where I play Malkith, the king of the one-liners, self-described. Fire Ganassi Grave Cleric. You can also find me at New Age Geeks where I run a bunch of stuff, and we got to do a bunch of stuff. Crit Award nominated for Best Upcoming YouTube Channel. Didn't win, but that's okay. No, I'm not salty at all, guys. I'm not salty. New Age Geeks and New Age Cosplay is my personal social, so find me there where I do cosplay stuff.
All right, down to Zella.
Hello, Sunshines. I'm super glad to be back. It is Crizella or Zella. I'm going to be playing Mama Nea. My pronouns are she, her. Guys, so I'm going to be starting D&D commissions on stream next week. I'm super excited because you can find me here on Twitch and most normal socials just under Crizella. But I'm really excited to see what Nea is coming back into.
Not as bad as last time, I will say.
Yeah. So, recap time. Who's doing it this time?
I assume it's me, unless anyone else wants to do it.
I appreciate you volunteering.
Slides out of frame. We had just gotten onto the ship to take us illegally out of. Bye, Vinny. To take us illegally out of Mesopolis. And we ended up having to hide underneath Lumina or other places to hide to make sure that we were not seen, as we were, as the passengers, the smuggled goods. However, the one character of us who was decided to be a part of the distraction was Malkith. He was roped in to pretend to have been a Megafauna Forged hunter. And while trying to distract the group with a well-timed nuts joke, did in fact successfully distract them, but not for the reasons he thought, more calling attention to the fact that the guy who was observing them hadn't thought about the allergies of his crew and giving him a lot to think about. Not Malkith's intention, but well done anyway. We proceeded to have a couple of days on the ship. Kelliot and Phelan had a heart-to-heart about connections where Phelan realized that they don't feel like they quite fit in with the whole telling jokes and one-liners despite desperately trying to fit in. Nim worked on potions and actually managed to make 2 down below while hanging out with Lumina. Balmore explored the ship. Ruff learned how to curse in 3 different languages thanks to Malkith. And we said that Aranea basically spent the whole trip relaxing, and we left her alone. After that, we ended up finding out that there was what sounded like a child staying in Lumina's cheeks, which was very concerning to us. We then learned that this child was, in fact, Najir, who has a condition based on his heritage where he will wake up as different ages, spanning the lifespan of an elf. Yeah, welcome, Zella. Hello. Having woken up as like a 5-year-old at this point, his actual age being closer to about humanoid equivalent 35, but constantly changing ages due to his condition and heritage. Which was something that we learned that Jesper was not super happy about his learning, but was sort of forced to tell us by the fact that Malkith cast Zone of Truth, which made Kelliot then reveal his order of who he thinks the hottest is in the party, which is Malkith, by the way. Malkith is number 1, is first, and Phelan is last. We ended up going fishing after that. Doing quite well for the most part, though Ruff ended up shocking several fish with lightning lure. And Kelliot caught a boot that proceeded to kick him repeatedly in the face. We actually ended up catching quite a bit of stuff. You also caught a mace, which then Malkith kicked and destroyed, thinking that maybe it was alive as well, because the waters are magical. And the only other thing that happened of note, besides us catching some good fish, was that Phelan, with a nat 20, accidentally wrapped their line around a giant beaver Megafauna Forged. But thankfully, we freed the Fauna Forged, and we were good. We ended on good terms. We then arrived at Plunge, and I'm going to hand it over to Vinny, because Vinny mentioned he wanted to describe what Plunge looked like, and like as a reminder, and what we're doing.
Yeah, so as you guys immediately started making some plans, And I'm going to say you probably at least know of this place, considering you are probably the longest Underdark person besides Kelliot. And you traveled, I think, way more than Kelliot around in the underground. But Plunge is known for their exporting is the fibers and the actual makeup of the tree, known as the all-path tree itself, is usually one of their big exports, including the cacao, the cocoa nut that grows there. As well, that is used in a variety of dishes and other things. But their symbol, their animal symbol at the very least, is the pigeon, which is known as the Plunge Pidge here. And in addition to some megafauna forge that are bats, there are also some pigeon megafauna forge flying around. And the actual fauna of the location includes many phosphorescent, bioluminescent pigeons, some fuzzy neon bats. I'm trying to see if I can remember these off the top of my head. There are squirrels that have that are basically flying squirrels, but instead of having like the normal like muscle skin appendages, it's actually like roots and vines that they use to like float around and glide on. And there are eels, something that Balmore fished, or was it Ruff that fished?
Rough.
It was a Ruff.
Ruff got to get a look at these luminescent creatures while sending out a lightning lure in the water. So these are all the creatures that are around. In general, in here, it is very windy. One of the big things that happened is when you guys entered, a big rush of wind pushed out leaves, individual pines that were the size of spears or the size of shields. They were huge, that just blew past you guys as you came into this cavernous settlement with tree that is the equivalent of you guys being ants, basically. It's the ant movie, but you guys are the ants, and the tree is a tree. All of the trees here have a luminescent glow, sticking with more neon colors of green, blue, pink, purple, orange. The largest tree, the all-path tree in the middle, has kind of a spiral pathway that is going up it, where you can see locations that are businesses or homes. As the ship itself begins going through and entering the cavern itself, there is a downed tree where there is a separation that you guys are able to slowly pull through, and you can see that there are actually buildings built on top of this downed log. It's so big. And as Gage was giving you guys a description of the area and some of the stuff, they explained some of the things that you guys could find. The Gloam Forge, which mainly is adding cool bioluminescent. It's if you really want to make your hot rod stand out, your hot rod being your weapons, it just gives you a chance to really give it some personality. There's also some additional features that, for those of you who have looked at the Gazetteer, where you have a price breakdown of everything now. There is Leyline or Lease Line, depending on who is pronouncing it, where you can get gliders, kites, or glide suits and actually fly around like all the other people are currently flying around throughout the city. There's the Whispering Library, where either the tree or ghosts from the buried dead here speak to you as you are reading. And as you look around, you can see people who have the athleticism of Kelliot running around with their own like clubs or staffs with hooks at the end, and are running along thin ropes from one tree to another. And like if someone falls, they hook it and then just use the energy or momentum to twirl back up and keep on running. They seem to have these built-in safety nets, literally actual nets, kind of like circus nets, that are underneath certain spots like the ley line, where people are testing and trying out flying for the first time. They'd be like, some safety measures, few here or there. But you see movement happening all over the place, and there is a tornado of wind, of air, of energy building upwards to help those who are flying and exploring this area. That was a lot. You guys talk.
I don't want to go on a quest anymore. I just want to stay here.
Yeah, that's like, I live here.
This sounds great. This is where I want to retire.
I told you guys before, if you don't follow the main quest, I will just have other things happen to you, which is fine. I don't care. It's fine. Stay here if you want.
I think at this point, I'm going to kind of like go over and tap on Aranea's shoulder and be, we're here.
I feel like at this point I would still be laying down and just like cucumbers on the eyes, and I'm just like, I don't even like take them off. I just kind of like tilt my head. I just like take them off. Proceed to eat them.
Listen, it's food. We were just talking about all the amazing things. Have you been here?
It has probably been a while. As Aaron A would just kind of like look around, take in the sights a bit. I do not remember the last time that I was here.
Well, I definitely want to go to this this tree, this the Radiant Grove and the All Paths tree. I've heard a little bit about it, and also the Whispering Library. I know Nim mentioned something about it too, and I'm going to kind of like walk off, almost like follow me, and we'll go talk about how we're touring.
Aranea just goes ahead and starts following Phelan. We're gonna go to a library.
Oh, hey! You're awake!
You haven't moved in 3 days.
I kind of thought you were dead for a little bit, but...
Really? Canonically, Phelan did continually check your pulse. Just like, just was like, are you good? Are you good?
The only sign of movement the only sign of life that we ever saw was you going to take a sip of your drink, so... Yeah.
Drinking is important. Staying hydrated.
So, what are we thinking then?
You did say the water was magical, correct?
Like, I personally did.
Yeah, last session you said the water was making stuff magic.
Out of character.
Yeah,
I think I gauged just be like, water, magic. Like, in general, in this world, everything's magic to some degree. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I had gauged be like, yeah, the water's magic. Of course, things like kicking shoes are going to be pulled out of the water and stuff like that. But is there a specific thought you have related to the water?
Yeah, so before we go, I would like for Balmore and Ruff to like slip out on their own and start heading towards Junk Grotto. But before that, I would like to get some of the water and like put it maybe like in a flask or something for me to carry with.
No, that is...
I have plenty of those if you need extra.
Our little apothecary can provide a flask without much problem.
I imagine Nim with a belt with all these different bottles on it.
Absolutely.
Little bandolier.
Exactly.
A whole tool belt.
Bandolier. That's the word. I keep forgetting that fucking word. Yep. Sorry.
Totally belt. Here you go.
Yeah. Thank you. And like Balmore is just gonna like as close as he can get in to fill the flask full of water.
What do you want the water for?
Like, Ruff just has an idea. We're gonna see what we can do to fulfill that. But we're gonna go to Junk Grotto if anyone wants. Or sorry, not Junk Grotto. We're gonna go see the junk pile over there. If anybody wants to follow or do your own thing, maybe.
Well, I want to go to the Whispering Library. If anyone wants to go with me.
I also had an interest in going to the library. That sounded like very interesting. But if you feel comfortable going to Junk Grotto by yourself, then we can choose to meet. I think we wanted to meet up at like that. What was it? It was like
Crafty Sprout.
Yes, thank you. That one. Yeah, we were going to meet up there. So I think just when everyone has had their moments of fun.
I can't read. I can't read. I don't want to go to the library.
No, Kellyot. Will you please go with me to the Radiant Grove?
I finally found the truth. That was one of the rumors.
I don't think my circle is still up.
Do you want to learn how to
I'm not going to force you to go to the library, but I was going to go to the Radiant Grove later, and Kellyot, I think you should come with me.
Sure. I mean, are we supposed to be, like, quiet? I mean, I guess it can be quiet.
Think so. It's not like the library. From what I can tell, the Radiant Grove just has that amazing big tree. and I think I heard there was an inn, like an inn in the roots of the tree, which just sounds really cool.
That does sound really cool. Okay, yeah, I will meet. I will go with you to the Radiant Grove for sure.
Yeah, we can go after lunch if you want.
Sure. I do need to go to the crafty sprout at some point to make some souvenirs, but
I think the plan is we'll all meet there and then have lunch.
Sounds good to me.
I'm going to head to the forge first.
Okay.
I think that I will go to the library, but then head to the forge later. So.
I'll see you two at the forge.
All right.
Aaron, you want to hit up the library first, then? Because we could absolutely do that.
Naya just goes ahead and pulls out her little Eldritch book bag and prepared for more books.
I like your thinking.
Did you finish 25 Shades of Purple? Is it gonna make me feel real awkward when I read it?
We should start with something lighter.
Okay.
All right.
I just imagine Phelan reading the book and going, I didn't know they could do that.
Sweet sword child.
They've got the magic in them. Anyways, so we have Junk Grotto. We have Junk Grotto, we have the Gloam Forge eventually once we can get everyone aligned there, but before that we also have what did Kelly want to do? The crafty sprouts everyone's doing.
The crafting we're all going to do. Kelly, if we're waiting to do, we're doing personal things, Kelly's going to go to the lease line. Okay, how do people from here say it, and how do people who are not from here say it?
People from here call it the ley line.
Okay.
Other people call it lease line. Yep.
Okay, cool. Yeah, he's gonna go to lease line to try to beg maybe for a glider.
I don't know if I wrote it down there, but a test ride, to just have a test ride, kind of like if you were doing a bungee jump test thing, is 5 silver. So you can just for funsies do your own little thing.
Malkith also did offer you 40 gold if you needed it. Less,
I don't know if you saw the prices. I don't think that's going to cover it. But
Just saying.
Appreciate it.
I mean, that's pretty generous of Mal to do that.
It is.
I don't need gold.
And Kellyot will 100% try to finagle that 40 gold out of him later. However...
Just give it to you. Don't care.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, the cheapest kite staff is 200 gold.
That's if you're going for the staff. There's other items. But, maybe you can work some magic. Who knows?
The glider's only 100, it says.
Yeah, there's the gliders, the glide suits, and then the kite staffs. So.
Oh.
Yeah, I want the kite staff. I want to be Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Listen, legit.
What a rich brat.
Expensive.
This little shit.
This little royal. Anyways, let's start with
sometimes the being raised rich bleeds through a little bit.
Well, let's start with the 2 individual ones. We'll go Junk Grotto, ley line, and then we will. I think the library was where at least 3 of you guys were going. We'll go there
Aranea, Phelan, and Nim.
And then that will leave time for the 3 people at different locations to converge at the forge afterwards. Cool. So let's start at the Junk Grotto. All right. Both Balmore and Ruff are going there, right?
Yes.
Cool. Gage points you in that direction, and it takes a bit. I will say, all of you who aren't doing stuff that's mainly in the main tree, which is only 2 or 3 people really, but it takes a minute to figure out how the fuck do you get there. You can just swim in the water, and some people are swimming. That doesn't seem to be a problem. People seem to be able to go in the water without much issue. Others are again climbing the ropes. Otherwise that it's people in almost gondola-esque taxi services that are just going from one area to another. And yeah, I mean, if you have a interesting way you want to go about getting there, great. If not, we can just say you fast travel. It's totally fine.
I would just say fast travel because we're not swimming. That's not happening.
Cool.
Probably just a walk and just look around and look at things while we're walking.
Cool. with like mainly Gage would have parked around A on the map, so around the main area of the Radiant Grove, because that's kind of like the area with the most number of piers and areas to actually drop off people. It's kind of the tourist like local drop off spot. And there are vines that go all over the place, and it is hard to find ones that lead fully across because there has to be room for ships to be able to cross over without like roots in the way. But you can find enough spots that will get you over. You realize pretty quickly that most of the stuff is inside the All Paths tree. Like there's a lot of carved out intricate areas there. But whatever reason, maybe it was the way Gage described it or the twinkle in one of your character's eyes, the junk grotto you can see is very much like a hollowed out, decayed, but not in such a negative way, but definitely like slowly time has withered away the center of this tree. And you're able to like start peering just from the roots of the All Paths tree, you could already see like stuff inside before you even get there. So as you're approaching it closer, the smell gets a little different. It's not that bad. There's like a sweetness to the decay from this tree. But it's definitely like that too strong sweet where it's like, this is a lot, but it's better than like rotting decay. But only just. But as you get there and make your approach, you see that a lot of people just seem to climb up the sides. There are certain areas where there's a little bit of footpath, but this is not an area visited a lot. Just people who are brave or being silly seem to come here when they want to go fishing or poking around and seeing what they're going to do. So there's like one or two other people up here, and you watch them like throw something in, giggle, and then just slide down the roots into the water to get away from whatever the heck just happened. But as you guys peek over, you can look in and you see all manner of... It's a cacophony of items. It's not organized in any particular way. None of them specifically match one another. You see flags from different ships. You see ships that are from different makes and woods and metals. Materials that you maybe aren't even sure about. You see a lot of metals that seem to like slowly get piled into a stack, but the stack doesn't make any sense because there's no color coordination, or like you aren't sure about the process of actually organizing, if there is organization to this little junkyard area. But there is so many little goodies in here. From just like looking over, you're like, this, if you sold the stuff that was in here, just scrap metal, you could probably make a bunch of money. That's an immediate like look around being like, oh, from the things that have happened from working with Ripper in the artificing, like I know I could sell this scrap metal and make like a few gold without problem. But is there anything you want to do? Are you trying to stealth in? Are you trying to look for anything in particular? Are you trying to avoid the like stalagmite that like is slowly like shuffling around the center of the grotto?
No, I want Balmore and Ruff to be kind of looking for something that's similar to like a beak and like a head of a bird and wings, and like something that can be kind of placed together in a way. They're more looking for... Balmore made a joke last session that Ruff kind of took to heart, where he said, I guess I could create a bird. And that's kind of what they're looking for. It's just pieces.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Are you going to stay like up top and look from above? Or are you going to go down and dig in? Or do you have another strategy somewhere in between that you want to try to put together?
So one by one, like one pile at a time, Balmore is going to get to the top, and then Ruff is going to like circle around down and like pick up things and like show him, is this good? And like most of the time he's like, no, beak, like you, like yours, mine, wings, yes, feathers, something like that, like a dagger maybe, like, you know, just giving her describing things as she's like going around looking, and he's like basically kind of overviewing everything.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Yeah, I mean, you can definitely start searching around. One of the things that I guess Ruff, who's like on the ground, like actually like like holding things up and being like this or this, is like eventually like wherever the stalagmite went, it suddenly vanished. But if you want to look around for beak and wings, go ahead and roll me investigation. I think that's appropriate here. You are investigating, sleuthing, conniving. 20. Anyways, what did you say? Sorry.
20.
With a 20, that isn't too bad. You find a weird section, and it takes a little bit to kind of figure out what some of the things here are related to. You actually find the remnants of an old kite staff here. It is not workable or fixable, but it has the opening, the collapsibility, like to open and close. It's just missing all of the fan parts of it. You also find here a pair of metal war fans. So would have been used for combat or distraction or rituals and dance. That kind of could work. They probably would need some modification, but have the ability to stretch out as kind of like as wings would. But with modification could potentially work. You also find that in this section of items that seem to open and shut, there is also an accordion. Someone just decided that these were the items that belonged together. And also an old-fashioned slinky. Just a bunch of things that open, close, open, close.
Fashion slinky. Okay. Yeah, with what she brings him, he's kind of just like, yeah, the fans, yes. The kite part, yes. Why did you bring me an accordion? I guess we could use that. Slinky, maybe. Now he's like pushing her towards a pile and just be like, look for beak, face.
Go ahead if you want to roll one more time for beak. Roll for beak.
Roll for beak.
It is a 17.
17's still good. The next section, you get Ruff to go over to is displayed more like a gallery or a fresca. It's like artwork on display almost. And what you find in common as you look through them is one of them is a almost completely rusted sword that has kind of a C shape to it. Have you ever seen those knives that are used for cutting pizza with one hand? It's like a big version of that that's made for two hands. I think it was also in a Star Trek movie.
A mezzaluna? Like a big with
yes.
on each side?
Yes. It's like that. I'm glad you knew the word because I did not. You also see what is an old well, it's probably a polished silver, but is, again, this area seems to be where there's some very old rusted things that have been put on display. A crescent moon shape. It just seemed to be a crescent that was probably on display either because the person, those people who like their moons, or someone who worshiped maybe one of the goddesses of the moon or something. And you also find the head of a pickaxe, which also has kind of that similar crescent shape. And these three items, there's also a few more of similar shape, but then it turns into part of a clay pot that broke and it has that similar shape. Another piece is a piece of a flag that kind of just got starched to the point, either in the water or some kind of chemical, rigided enough that whatever was left of it is also in that kind of crescent shape. So there's just all these little C's/crescents that are lined up on a wall.
You said one that was kind of shaped like a crescent moon. Is that just like a iron, not iron, but like a metal moon shaped crescent object?
It looks like it was a polished silver. It is a very rusted silver now, but it does have that crescent shape and it's hollow. So it's not full heavy silver, but a nice hollow filigree.
Okay. Yeah, he's just gonna message. He's not message. He's gonna mention hey, grab that, and she grabs it and puts it in the bag. After that, They're just gonna kind of look at each other and look at the stuff and look around, like try to look around for something that would resemble like feet, maybe.
Feet. Okay.
2 broken whisks.
Listen, yeah, me, Vinny, braining is being like, what the fuck is in the feet? Roll,
I just
roll
love the
another
idea of this
investigation check.
this junkyard bird. It just makes me so happy.
Also,
Oh,
I'm a little concerned that
that is
Ruff
a
wants to
nat
Frankenstein
20.
a bird.
28.
28. Awesome. All right. You're also muted on Google Meets, by the way. But 28.
Never again.
I'm with a roll that high because I can't think of anything off the top of my head that is like feet shaped, sort of like half of a mega fauna forge down here. I'm gonna let you describe what it is that you find.
Okay.
And yeah, it's gonna be basically with a roll that high. It's gonna be not new, but as close to new as you would assume you'd find in a junk pile version. Like it could have like just got tossed in by these people that were here beforehand. But I'm gonna let you describe what it is that you find, whether it's part of an old statue or whatever.
Okay. So Ruff kind of like I just is kind of how I picture her doing it. Ruff kind of like punches her arm into a pile and pulls her arm out. She finds what looks like a fork, but it's bent with a leg, like an L shape at the end. And she just like grabs the ends of the fork and bends them out, and just grabs another one and does the same thing. And she just looks at him and goes and like teams them together.
That's so cute.
But yeah,
I love Ruff so much.
Balmor's just gonna go. We could use that. Maybe when we get back, we could ask for something better. But for now, yeah, we can use that. So she tosses that in the bag next.
Cool.
And after that, they're ready to leave.
Cool.
Head to the forge.
What is your passive stealth?
Passive stealth. What? Oh.
It's 10 plus whatever your stealth skill would be.
18.
Damn. Okay.
Rogue's gone a rogue.
Yeah, I mean, like I was hoping it was kind of high for the rogue. All right. 20.
Can you imagine? I'm a rogue. What's your passive stealth? 10.
Would be very funny.
The
So
worst
funny.
rogue. Went to work at the Thieves Guild, flunked out. That's my backup character now.
As
R.I.P.
you guys begin to climb out and make it past a few junk piles to get on your way towards this, like almost like the inner caldera of a volcano to like slowly get up and out, you find that the stalagmite is like behind one of these things where it was not before. And as you guys are like slowly making your way through, a big red eye opens on the stalagmite.
I know it. It was alive.
Yeah, of course it was.
Well, Vinny did mention it was wandering around, which made me think.
It says in the Gazette here that there's only one inhabitant in the entire thing. So
And it says
like,
very specifically what it is.
yeah, it wasn't a big secret.
No.
Gasp.
Just we're gonna do a little quickie here. Roll me initiative real quick.
Oh! Good luck!
R.I.P. Balmor and Ruff.
Cool. It rolled
It
a
is
2.
valid to retreat.
Never mind. I rolled a 2. We're fine.
Yep. So you have a set of actions to do right now. As you see this thing, as it awakens, you see a toothy maw kind of opens up and just like makes a noise, kind of like a growl, as this big red eye looks right at you guys, and you see all these tendrils that, which all look disguised as rock, kind of have more of like a weird, probably like Genasi-esque, like rock flesh-esque texture to them. What would you guys like to do?
Well, in Pokemon, I'm just going to hit that retreat button.
Run.
Is there anything we can quickly jump into or hide behind?
Oh, yeah. This place is littered. Yeah, you could totally find a way to get out of line of sight if that is the thing you're trying to do.
Yeah, immediately going to jump back and start hiding. And try to hide behind something.
All right. If you are hiding, roll me a stealth check.
That is a 24.
Cool. This thing starts moving towards you, and you see these 6 different tendrils are coming around and start picking up things and slowly sifting through all the stuff, looking around for you. It has a +6 to perception. So let's see how this goes.
Stop it.
Stop looking for me.
I don't want to be found.
It rolled a 15, so it just starts picking things up. It has a tire and then just a log in a hand. And then it's just kind of shaking it downwards, like it's trying to get that last Pringle out. And it's just spending a few minutes like that. So for the moment, it is distracted, trying to find you guys in this utter mess of stuff.
Are you enjoying playing Five Nights at Freddy's? Are you having fun?
Oh my god.
I'm gonna have Balmore attempt to whisper to Ruff, and he's gonna say, "Hey, I bet you we could steal all of this over here without it paying attention to us."
Like you're trying to throw the sound somewhere.
Oh, I'm gonna have him whisper it to her, so that way she has the ability to say it now.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. That is an easy, quick thing that you can do. You still have your action, bonus action.
Cool. After that happens, I'm just gonna have Ruff try to throw her voice to one of the other piles and say that.
Give me a performance or deception check.
Deception.
Disgrace.
Why are you all like this?
Every time.
We're just gonna have a singing line every session.
It's called echolalia, and it's very common in neurodivergent people.
I
The one deception.
don't like Ruff. She rolled a 3.
What did you roll?
She rolled a 3.
3?
Okay, we got some advantages.
Yeah, that's true.
It's up to y'all. I don't know if I would need.
Use it.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe he's nice. Who knows?
Deception.
Alright.
Friendship.
Because the people throwing stuff in, giggling, and then
That's
running
a
away
12.
is a good sign.
What was the new roll?
That's a 12.
All right. Oop, that landed on the other dice.
Good. That means you can't use that one anymore.
That is an 8 for its insight, so it does start shuffling over in that direction with all the stuff. And it's still holding the stuff up, but it just starts shuffling towards the direction where it's hearing the voices.
Advantage well used.
Yes, thank y'all for letting me use that advantage. Immediately after that happens, I have to play these in character. Immediately after that happens, though, we're gonna try to book it out.
Good on you. Between the two of you, what is this thing's speed? I don't believe its speed is very high. Yeah, no, this thing is not fast. So you guys are able to very quickly work your way out of this thing. And you just see 2 kids that were ready to throw in some more stuff. Be like, y'all crazy.
I just want Ruff to look over and be like, "Heh, my sweet moves," and just keep running, or my sweet skills, and just keep running.
You run off into the distance. All right.
Success.
Next solo adventure was Kellyot, right?
Sure. I'm down.
I believe then we're going to the library, which had the trio in that one. So,
What was Mal doing?
Mal is doing the forge, but we have 2 players from the other things that want to go to the forge. So that's
I see.
going to happen. It's just got to happen after the other things.
Yes, I go.
If Kelly wants me to go with them, I will. Because I'm not doing anything until we meet up at the forge.
Yeah. Do you want to come with me to beg for a glider? Take a quick glider ride?
Yeah,
You can intimidate the shit out of them.
I'll go with.
Wait, I need you, Mal. I need you to make another nut joke so that they want to give me this glider for
You can't. I can't just do it on command. It's this is not how it works.
You can't force the nut in.
It's gotta be a natural nut.
Penny! No!
Can I break the fourth wall and use that with Ruff?
Can I put it in the logs?
I
All
wasn't
right,
even
well,
supposed to use it.
We can do our best. If anything, push comes to shove, at the very least, we can just take a little test ride on one of them.
Well, I'm sure you'll have a lot of fun flying. I'm gonna be good down here, though.
You don't want to you don't want to fly? They have nets. Look.
We'll see.
The pathways to get up are either circular, kind of like stair-esque slow rises, or there are vine-based wooden platforms that you're able to like get lift. They're basically lifts that work a lot quicker, but it depends if you guys are trying to see the sights or just get up to the highest thing, because Leyland is at like one of the highest points because people are jumping off the fly. So
yeah. Kelly will turn to Mal and be like, "Are like lifts a no-go for you?" Or...
No, we do the lift. I'm not fucking climbing all these stairs.
Okay, cool.
Oh my god.
man after my own heart.
Truly no.
Cool. You guys are able to hop onto the lifts. You see that there is a root sky. Is that what I called it? There is a root sky squirrel that has a very small hat on and a very little suit. And as you guys get in, it just like does a little whisker twitch and then just jumps onto a little lever, and you guys shoot up 200 feet in 6 seconds.
Kelly screams. Like a little girl.
We hear it from all the way over wherever the library is. We're like, what the hell?
It's the Thundercat call, but it's just Kelly out screaming.
Thundercats are go!
Everyone at the same time. In the distance.
Sounds like he's dying, but I think he might be fine.
Yeah, he's fine.
Cool. You guys get all the way to the top. Is very quick. And the squirrel just kind of jumps off the lever back onto the side of the railing that I'm sure you guys were gripping. If you weren't before,
you're not getting a tip, squirrel. I'm sorry. It's way too fast.
If Kelly can have, like, I don't know, pocket trail mix or something, he'll give him some of that.
I think you do lore wise and continuity wise have pocket bacon because it was mentioned in an earlier session.
Pocket bacon.
Hell yeah, pocket bacon.
Oh, I love to see that
really a type of
Remithra is
bowl
not the only place with pocket bacon. Amazing.
It is through all the realms, apparently.
I feel like
Bacon's a
every
universal.
yeah, I feel like every TTRPG realm just has pocket bacon. It's
Listen,
just a
Dunkin'
thing.
Donuts should just sponsor us because they actually sell snack and bacon.
I love
so.
snack
They
and bacon.
do.
It's pretty
They
good.
do.
It's pretty good.
It's real good. There's hot honey on it right now.
Pepper
Mike's
boiled
hot
bacon
honey.
smell?
Anyway.
Good shit.
Hey, Duncan,
Anyways.
so if you're looking to sponsor a small TTRPG
Yeah,
stream,
Duncan, if you're looking to sponsor a TTRPG stream that swears way more than all of your Bostonian customers put together, I'm sure you'd be super happy to just jump on board with us.
Fucking got it.
Yeah. The Dunkin' execs are like, you know what we need? People who make dick jokes for a whole session stream. That's exactly what we need on our roster.
That's what we need. That's what our brand needs.
3-hour advertisement of dick jokes. You hold out a piece of pocket bacon and the squirrel just kind of like tilts head and starts devouring it. I don't know if squirrels are omnivorous. We're going to just say yes.
Doesn't feel earned to me.
in this
I'm not
world, in this world they are.
In this world, they're magic, so it's fine. Yes, he'll just hand it to him and be like, it took 2 years off my life. Thank you, good sir. And
I hope that bacon takes 2 years off your life with cholesterol damage.
Mal, that's a squirrel. He's just doing his job.
Cool. You guys,
Dan's like, Kelly's like legs are shaking as he's like coming up on the landing.
Hey, when you fall 500 feet and around. So, I mean, it's technically still slower than falling.
We're falling with style.
Fucking
Yeah.
need feather fall for an elevator.
You're going up. You guys go about 200 feet up, which is still not at the top, but very, very close. You can see that there aren't lines, but it is a very busy store already. And it's from when you guys got off, it was like midday. It was getting towards the evening. So the fact that it's still busy is fairly impressive. You can see on display in the shops are the various capabilities of flight that they seem to sell. They sell small toy versions, which are either just like paper airplanes or little gliders, or like a flying squirrel that's just like out and ready to go, or like a bat for small figurines that you can use cantrips on to throw and like make them hover and float and move around a little bit. You see hang gliding suits or just glide suits here, where they have like a quick latch release where a person can just free fall by themselves and fly in various angles. A actual hang glider where you grab on and you are just holding on to that sucker for dear life as you slowly circle downwards. And then the kite, which seems to have a little bit of control. It's not like perfected. It's without purely going with like an airbender staff. It gives the ability to move up and down along with air. It is omnidirectional. It's just a much slower pace, but it has the capability if the person controlling it knows how to use it. And they have blank versions for people who want to design their own. They have I forget what the word I use. They have basically like exquisite versions that are pre-designed, so they already have like
exquisite.
They already have like designs already put onto them, so you can buy them pre-designed. And then you have the magical versions that each have magical effects. And you can see it is very busy. There are kids that are here with parents. There's also just adults who are just like, I've never got to do this before. Might as well do it now. And you see, like, not too far off, through like a back door from this shop, there is like a little cliffside where there are a few instructors who are like, all right, you ready to go? And they're doing the talking thing. I don't know if you've seen the TikTok videos, the people who are just like talking to the people right before they get thrown off of an edge. And then eventually the people just start falling off.
Hell yeah. Yeah, let's go to the kite staff people and see if he can't talk to somebody there.
Sure. The people on the outside that are doing the active thing, or inside where they're selling the things?
I guess it would make sense to do a test drive first before trying to finagle one out of somebody. So
It's up to you.
Yeah. All right, Val, you ready to fly?
I suppose so.
Hell yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to hear. And I guess we're just gonna go try to do the kite staff flight.
Cool. As you make your way through the store, because you go through the store, unless you're just being very obtuse about it and just jumping over the side. I
take one off the wall and I steal it and I fly away. No.
You let me know if that's a thought that crosses your mind.
It's an option.
We can do it.
As you go outside, there is a small fairy that has rocky skin, and even the wings have kind of a crystalline glow to them, and the eyes are probably the brightest part of them, but he seems to be a very small gentleman with a stout slate-colored body and green-ish wings with very, like, fiery orange eyes. And it's just out being like, all right, you got this? Yeah. Hold on to that grip. Don't worry, we have the line in for you, and go. And you watch a couple on a hang glider go together and begin veering out into the open air. And you watch them slowly start circling around. And like, he's like, remember, stay over the nets. Over the nets. We can solve the problem if we need to, but the net's so much better.
Hurry up. I've got an idea.
Mm.
Follow me here.
Okay.
What if you were to get very hurt test driving one of their little kites? I mean, they'd have to give you a great discount, right?
Just a huge grin.
Not like I can't fix the fucking problem.
Oh, I have something that can help with this. Wait.
Why do I always end up being the only lawful good character in the party? Why does this always happen to me?
Womp womp.
It's kind of neutral.
Vinny, the Leon's bandage of wounding makes you look like fucked up, right?
Yep.
Cool. Great. Fantastic. Let's do this. My alignment, I don't know if you can see on this character sheet, just says so.
It changes.
He's got a good heart, but he's also wants things.
Chaotic.
He can't afford it.
Want to do fun things.
He also spends a lot of time shoving anything good deep down. So, but yeah,
Healthy.
He'll go up to the. Listen, do we think this man is healthy? I want you to look at yourself and ask me that question. Do you think Kelly's a healthy man?
So you're gonna go up to Garion, this little Seti Fae who is helping out other people, and says, "All right, next couple, you guys ready to go?"
Yes,
So
we're
ready.
still ready.
Ready to do this.
Did you guys want to do the hang glide? Did you guys want to try to do the kite together, or do you each individually want to try the bodysuits?
Do you want to do the kite one?
Whatever is your top of the line. We want to get the best experience here that you have. So whatever you'd recommend.
Well, I would say honestly, probably the kite staff. I think it gives you full mobility, so you can stay up longer and you can travel a little more around. We recommend
It's very important to stay up longer
above the nets, just so that way you have a little bit of protection. You know, a little protection never hurts.
Protection's important when you stay up long. Let's go.
All right. Kite staff pulls out this. It looks like a staff, but definitely has some girth to it. And after a quick tap of the hook onto the ground, whatever mechanism in there loosens and just kind of like a switchblade flicks it open. So all of the fans of the kite extends and it becomes the full like cross with the fans that a normal kite would be. And when it reaches all the way to the other side, it latches back on, and it is big enough to hold exactly 2 people. So one of you should probably have your foot onto the tether hook at the bottom here. Whoever you think is the better jumper should be the one to jump off, just so you have a little extra room as you're going.
I'm a pretty good jumper, I would say.
All right. We can say there's also probably like 30 to 2 minutes worth more of discussion of like actual safety tips on how to use this thing, but I'm not going to make up rules for this right now. This man whose whole life was it would, but I am not.
Yeah, there's a certain point at which Kellyan's eyes kind of glaze over, but he listens for most of it.
Okay. Mal has just completely lost interest in the safety rules and just... This is a weird thing we're gonna do.
We're gonna die, for real.
You know, this is one of those spots where it could actually happen.
Get your backup character ready.
You only live once.
YOLO.
Yeah, and apparently we're gonna go jump in the air, so.
Yeah. 200 plus feet in the air. We're excited for this.
For the bushes.
All right. So you guys...
Please say yippee as you jump.
You guys do both run off together and jump?
Yeah.
Cool. There is not technically a roll associated with this because it's just assuming that you automatically understand the item in a lot of ways. But
first off, I understand nothing.
For the fun of it, roll me either a sleight of hand or dexterity check.
Oh, I'm really good at this game. Actually,
20 not natural.
Hell yeah. You both roll pretty well. Using at least 1 foot to hold onto the hook that is now kind of your little stirrup to balance at the bottom of this kite. You guys are able to kind of like push momentum up and down a bit to get that little bit of a flap that actually raises you guys a little higher, and you're able to careen left and right, and actually with your own mobility, with your own choices of where to go, move freely around the air near the Owlpath tree. And it's a pretty gorgeous sight. Pretty high up sight too when you like look down, if you look down. But everything is currently working fine. I'm curious how this is going to work for your insurance scam that you're trying to pull.
Insurance scam? There's insurance in this world?
Not
I feel
really.
like
But it's
Kyle
kind of
looks down and
Just
it's like,
trying to fake being hurt to get a free kite.
So I'm thinking, I'll just kind of light this thing on fire and we'll see how it goes from there.
wait!
No.
They didn't
I
say
only
it
have
was
2
fireproof.
potions so far. Don't use them so soon.
Wait! I feel like Kyle's up there and he's looking down and he's like, oh my god, my whole life is flashing before my eyes.
It's on fire.
I thought we were just like, I don't know, like nosedive and like make a big show of just like spiraling out of control. But
Right, but I was supposed to go on fire right towards the end there, so it looks really bad.
Okay.
this part's all on you two fuckers. I don't.
Trust me, I have no idea what I'm doing.
I'm not okay.
Malkin's is so into this idea now, and Kellyot's just like, I don't want to let him down now, and I can't pussy out now, so I have to just do it.
Commit to the bit.
You gotta, what do you just cuts the string on one of them and then there you go.
What are you two
Alright,
doing?
So the plan is...
At what height and where are you deciding to do whatever
God.
you're doing?
Okay, what if we start swooping down, and then my foot slips, and then we start going, whoa, and then, I don't know why it would catch fire. Maybe because you're a fire ganassi?
Because I'm a fire ganassi. They never said it was fireproof.
Yeah, so you were just like getting stressed out because I was about to fall. And
Right, it's an emergency situation.
Land somewhere nice. You just
And then
make sure we land somewhere nice.
Right, and I'll just make a big fire. I can do that sort of thing. I'll just fire big old explosion of fire when we crash land because they didn't tell us it wasn't fireproof. And why would they let a
Why
fire
would it
ganassi?
explode? It's a stab. Are you exploding?
Yeah, because it's me.
Okay. Okay.
So I need a performance check from one of you guys.
Okay.
On your heads be it.
Guidance. So whatever we're doing is going to have guidance.
For y'all.
Sorry, what'd you say, Joe?
Okay.
Whatever we're doing has guidance. So any rolls in this time period has guidance.
Okay. Just a performance. That's not bad.
I need Malkith to have a come to Jesus moment.
Depending on how this land happens, he might have a come to Jesus.
So the 22 performance check.
All right.
Plus, did you add the D4?
Oh, plus the... I did not have to. So it's 24.
Cool. As you two begin going down, I guess Kellyot, your footing slips and you usually grab the end of the hook as you're falling down, which probably doesn't feel great.
The same scream that he screamed on the way up, he is now screaming on the way down, and it's not in performance, it's very real.
Cool. Yeah, that sounds about right. And
So as we're falling and starting to spin, I just one-handed hold out my hand and stoop. I don't know what's the fucking spell. Burning hands and just like a flamethrower out the side, just spins into a fireball into the ground.
Cool. Tight.
Nice.
Who do I want to make do this? Tech, can you roll me 2 D100s?
That is not nice. 2 D100s.
Yeah, just add it together.
That's gonna be
I don't care how big the room is, I cast Fireball.
23 and a 31. So 54.
54, thank you.
Me, Lark, is feeling so bad about this scam, but I'm also having a great time. But like,
Skip.
I don't even need the fake bandage thing. I might just die. So.
Oh, it's not gonna be that bad. It's gonna be fine, guys.
I get spare the dying. Don't worry, you'll be fine.
You guys begin circling and falling, and as you do, you hear the loudest coo you've ever heard, as a giant pigeon megaphonoforge comes diving towards you guys to try to save you. And just for the fun of, because I love having you guys roll, Zella, roll me d20.
I feel like
Serves y'all fucking right.
Kalian's terrified. Kalian's terrified now because I'm gonna get eaten by a pigeon.
These are breadcrumbs.
13.
Okay. You guys watch as this pigeon comes down with a rider on its back that's like, don't worry, we're going to get you. And for some reason, a branch of the wind change causes a branch to just hit right in front of this megaphonoforge, so it gets stuck and distracted. And you two continue to drop.
Hell yeah. Malkin, I'm not sure if this is a good idea anymore. I'm scared. I'm really scared.
You both take 23 bludgeoning damage as you hit the ground.
Nice.
Ouch.
Ow.
Which is fairly okay considering your roll of 66. It could have been higher.
I'm so sorry.
You guys both hit the ground. The kite also hits the ground, takes that damage, breaks. But immediately three megaphonoforge pigeons with riders on their back all approach, being like, so are you a tourist? Civilian? Are you okay? Can you understand?
No, we're very much not okay. Did you see that insanity that just happened? As I'm gathering up the pieces of the broken kite glider.
Yeah, that was in an intense set of circumstance, and a drag.
I put my foot where they told me to put it, but it fell off, and now I'm gonna die here.
You're not gonna die. Don't worry. Let me give me a sec to just check you over.
I'm over bloodied. I'm like.
We do have a person in the party with cure wounds, so just let you know.
So far away from this specific situation. Though.
This guy was gonna save me, but he couldn't save me. The bird didn't do anything. I just died.
What kind of safety standards do you have on these sort of things? We could have died. There's nothing that could have stopped us. You say these nets are so good, but the nets were nowhere near where we needed to be.
Did you stay on track to the play? I'm gonna make sure you two are all right first. Just immediately stops trying to argue about that.
We would have tried to near miss the nets on purpose.
Right, just barely missed it.
Gotcha.
Just barely missed the net.
We'll count that into the performance check of you guys nearly missing, meaning you guys did in fact go outside the bounds, but that's fine. The logics for some people. In this. This gentleman sees whatever body parts of yours that are hurt, puts hands against you to slowly try to reset it, and also casts Lay on Hands to add 10 health back to you. And same to you. I don't know if you specifically, Malkith, have anything like actually broken or jutting, or I'm at crick in your neck, or what's going on?
I'm at 16 out of 39, so.
All right. We'll say that also goes over to you and is able to give you 10 as well. It's just like, can I ask what you were using the kite staff? Have either of you used this before? And it's like kind of like trying to help, just like give some corrective.
No, it seems like there should be a class that you give before someone just jumps on this extremely dangerous device.
They showed us where to put my foot, but then my foot slipped anyways.
A 5-minute brief doesn't seem like hardly enough information for something to dive off a tremendous height like this.
But
I can't believe I died.
If it wasn't enough, why did you guys jump then? If it wasn't enough,
because you are the ones who are trained professionals. We're not. Look at us,
sir.
Look at us.
I totally understand.
Either of us look like trained professionals.
Totally understand. This is great. Saying you guys to me does not help because I am not part of that business in any way, shape, or form. I'm here.
Why am I even talking to you? I'm here I just need to let me get back up there to complain to the people that matter.
I can totally give you a ride on Vool. We can go back up there.
Let's do it, Vool. I'm really proud of all Vool's hard work. They really did a great job catching us on the way down.
Tried their best, kind of how you guys tried your best with this thing, and it just didn't quite work. It seems.
Exactly, very much the same.
Yeah, very much the same. All right, you are each given a spot on Vool's leg, so you have each have a pigeon leg to like sit on, like your butt is sitting on the actual foot of, and you're able to wrap arms around. It's like, just so you know, similar to the kite, you're supposed to hang on.
Good. See, that's good information. It seems like some important information we should have had beforehand. You guys are flown back up to the top, 200 feet back up into the air. It's slower than the elevator, actually. And you guys are dropped off back up top, and you see Jiren, who was the person who helped you, just kind of looking with a winced expression as you guys get up there. Oof. I hope this doesn't affect your relationship. That was I understand it was a traumatizing experience. It affects our relationship with you.
Well, that's okay. I'm a much more impermanent part of your life than you guys have with each other, obviously. So that's okay.
Well, Kelly, I'm not really good at talking to people, so maybe it's time for you to step up and maybe negotiate the terms of our negotiation here.
Kelly's still holding onto the pigeon's leg. Like, is it safe to stand here? Or am I gonna die again if I fall off?
It depends where you aim, but you should be fine.
Why did you...
What?
I don't
Oh, no.
This is a bit for Kelly on anymore.
It actually was a traumatizing experience. It's fine.
Yeah, I feel like Kelly might have actually gotten traumatized by this. Well done, boys.
Like, this is a great idea.
From number one to dead last. Like, this motherfucker's too crazy.
Cool. As you guys are out there dealing with the police and also talking to the owners and having your business discussion, I'm also okay with role-playing this out longer if you want to have more dramatic for a bit. But if you want to tell me what your end result goal is of this, we can narrow it down to a roll as well.
If I can get a discount, maybe, or a free staff out of this, I would love it. If not,
that's all we want.
Totally fine. That's all I want.
Sure. We could probably figure that out. Go ahead and roll me a persuasion, deception. I don't feel like intimidation works, or a performance check.
I've got the persuasions.
Is it at advantage because I'm helping them?
At advantage. Oh yeah, 100%.
And guidance.
Yeah, no.
Right.
I don't think you could have helped
Y'all better
more.
make this fucking worth it, is all I'm saying.
Oh, you said guidance also?
Took
Yeah.
46 damage. Like,
Yeah, if Phelan finds out about this, they are gonna be so fucking mad.
20. So 16 plus 3 is 19. Plus 2 is 22. No, it's 21.
21.
Plus 3 is 24.
Damn!
24. Very good. Yeah, we could figure out. We have some lightly used ones that we could probably sell you at a discount. If that's what you want.
I wanted
right
to bring one back to the monastery, but
if it's true traumatic, we probably have some paintings or something of them. That way you don't have to actually have a physical one. If it was
no, my master will be so mad if I don't bring one back.
That sounds like a separate thing that probably should also get unpacked, don't you think? Like,
I'm too traumatized to think about my other feelings.
That's fair. Sure, I'm gonna go talk to my partner, and we can find one of specifically. You want a kite staff? But like the device that you just used that you did not successfully use. You want one just like that? Okay. All right.
Because then I can bring it home, and all the monks can use it, and they'll be better than me because I'm a really bad monk.
Jiren like grabs your hands and like gives them like a little pat and a shake. Like, don't worry, we're gonna get how much can you afford?
I have 30 gold.
Without even blinking, which should be more of a surprise to you guys, be like, that's plenty. We'll find you the perfect one. Just give us a second. Sir, do you mind coming in and gestures to the drow who is in the like paladin armor? Just talk to my partner and also get this.
Get arrested.
I'll sort it out. And it's like, yeah, just take a minute. And they go back inside. How long do you guys wait outside?
How long did we wait outside?
What's too long for you two to decide to not be there anymore?
Well, it depends. Does it seem like they're getting ready to arrest us? Or like, do we need to make a quick retreat?
The other two riders are just like chilling there with their fauna forged and seem to be like checking their wings and stuff. Vul is just like a little pigeon on the side of a road, just like feet tucked underneath its body, just like chilling there.
Kalia's gonna talk to the other two and be like, are they gonna arrest me for being a bad monk? Is that a problem?
Don't know if that's a crime. That's not a crime, right? We don't arrest monks for just not being good at like monk stuff, right? No, it's not that I know of. We'd arrest Jim more often if we did. No, it should be fine. I don't think that's gonna be an issue.
What is the problem? What is this problem?
You're muted, I think?
Oh, and I think I'm just blithering so much that it's not picking up.
Impressive.
Discord did not pick up the drama.
So eventually, Jiren comes back out with a wrapped up parcel and hands it straight to you.
Okay. Can I? He's gonna open it to see so he can use it as like a little walking staff.
Sure. It is exactly the one that you guys just flew into the ground and broke.
I thought I picked that up already.
Yes!
You know what? That's fair.
I think that could be perfectly suited for you to, as you grow and fix it, for you to learn how to use it correctly. I think perfect encompassing lesson there.
I feel like this isn't worth the 30 gold.
Do you want a refund?
Yeah, I mean, sure, if you want to give me back the 30 gold for a broken piece of equipment that nearly killed us.
I think it could be fixed over time. And he did give me a handshake when I said that he would get a device back just like the one that you guys used.
All right, let's get out of here, Kellyot. I'm sick of this fucking... let's just make sure everyone knows not to trust this dangerous institution at the top of this fucking tray.
Enjoy your evening. Please try out Leaders and Velvets. They have delicious food.
No, you're not going to do that, because I don't trust anything you say, because you almost killed the pair of us.
Double down.
Yeah, Kelly's just like,
love the double
he can't use this to, like, as a walking stick because it's broken. So he's just like wraps it back up and just like slings it over his shoulder, just like slowly waddles away.
As soon as we get far enough away, don't worry, Kelly, I'll just mend it back together. You got yourself a staff.
Kelly's like still going. He's like, okay.
Gotta keep the bit going.
There's also a pair of coupons in there for a free flight.
Wow, we really got fucked over real bad. Never double cross a double crosser.
I feel like we turned out all right. Stop your crying.
Oh man, I really wish I could have been there.
Okay.
I think in spirit, everyone was there in some way or another.
Yeah, as they were flying, at that moment, like at the moment Kelly got like flipped and he was just dangling over like a 200-foot drop, he just like could see like Aridea and Phelan being like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And he's like, I don't know.
Mistakes were made.
We're just standing there like,
who's that? You guys are walking up to wherever you guys are going.
Fire tornado.
And you hear screaming fire.
Yeah, it really, honestly, it really did give me Thundercats vibes. Everyone just be like, we're being summoned. Anyways,
Can we roll something to see if we would have seen that disaster happening?
Oh my god, can we roll
100%.
perception to see if we saw that
100%.
bullshit?
We're rolling deception.
You three were going up to the library anyways, so
Yeah.
rolling perception checks. Anything above an 11.
Wow.
Anything above an 11.
Yeah.
I rolled a 19. Wait, was perception?
Fucking roll the 7.
I have
That is
great
a-
projection.
That's a 21.
All right, you two up top. I'm gonna say, Nim, you aren't sure it was your friends. Phelan, you know it was your friends.
What the
Oh, well, the
actual...
total,
You see Phelan just look
the
up
total was
and just
22.
go, what the actual fuck?
Naya just turns to Phelan. What is wrong?
Kellyot and Malkith are apparently spiraling down on a kite. And I'm very concerned and wondering if we should, run over and make sure they're okay. Me seeing this, I think that something genuinely bad happened.
Naya's just squinting and I don't think it is them.
No, it's definitely them. It's definitely them. And now it's on fire. Now it's on fire. Oh my god, Kellyot is screaming bloody murder, and they're on the ground. I feel like we should go. I feel like we should go check on them.
I think that'll be okay.
Why do I get the sinking feeling that this is somehow their fault?
You know,
Naya just thinking back to the party when she was with Nell. Just kind of shrugs.
Why are they like this?
and then Nim is thinking at the time that Kellyot and Nim went to jail. They got themselves into this. I think we can move on.
Phelan, I let out a big sigh and I go, it's fine, I'm just going to question all of my life choices up to this point and just keep walking.
We have to go to the library. We have such a limited window, and I want to check out that spooky ghost that's in there. There's a lot that I want to see at the library. Oh my goodness.
All right.
I don't care if my friends are dead. I need to check out this book. All right.
The
book is on necromancy, so
I want to go over and make sure they're okay. And Nan,
I know.
Fine.
I don't know where it's probably their fault.
You just gotta trust your friends sometimes, you know? Cool.
It's not about trust, God.
We're gonna take a quick break,
that?
then we'll come back for your guys' library stuff, and then we'll let you all reconnect afterwards. We'll see you all in a few minutes. Enjoy your break. And we are back. Supposedly. Yes, we are.
Probably.
Hello.
Maybe.
Hopefully.
Inevitably.
All those words.
Indubitably.
Definitely,
Use that
indubitably.
word.
I love indubitably. All right, guys. We are back. And as all of the other things have been happening, our trio is heading up to the Whispering Library, which actually requires going up about a third to about 2/3 of the way up, and then actually crossing a rope bridge over to a different tree, because the library is actually held mainly in a secondary tree that is behind it, that is a little safer and away from all the crazy stuff that happens up front, as we've seen things just catching fire. And
Still very perturbed by the fact that my friends might be dead.
a curiosity, are you guys taking the lift or walking
It's
up the
okay.
steps?
I'll take the lift, I think.
Yeah. Seems good.
Nim wants to see the entirety of the library, so they're going to walk the stairs because they can and have the stamina to do so.
This is for the outer all paths tree, not the library itself.
Still wants to take in all the sights.
All right. Then
Naya and I are taking the lift.
all right,
Meet you up there.
the two of you take the lift. Again, little Roots Cat Squirrel in a suit just looks, wait for you guys to get on, and then hops on a lever. Yes, shoot up 200 feet in 6 seconds.
That's amazing.
And then you're up there for like 10-15 minutes as Nim does.
Waiting for Nim.
Listen, I'm walking at a moderate pace, a moderate fast pace. I think I can get there.
Give me the lesbian power walk. Come on.
Out of my way.
But as you guys make your way up, you're able to see that there is a fully knotted rope bridge, like a full pathway, not like a simple like three tier one where it's like you grab two things and then you have a single little rope to walk by. It's a fully knotted bridge that gives you the capability to walk across. And you're actually able to sit between two of the trees, the main all paths tree, which is more of like a bright pink, and the other one that has a little more of like a purplish pink to it. And as the pines and the leaves fall, you find yourselves in the little cyclone of energy that circles around, getting twirled up in the remnants of the flora as it's kind of just sprinkles around like very, very big pieces of snow.
This is so cool. Wait, am I already up there? Yeah, I'm up there. This is so cool.
This is incredible. I've never seen something like this.
I usually feel so big. I feel so tiny right now.
I mean, I always feel fairly tiny, but...
Oh, yeah. No, that makes sense.
It has been a
Looking
while
up
since I've
at
been
you.
here.
Sorry, what did you say, Arana?
Oh no, it has been a while since I've been here.
Oh yeah? How long ago was it?
Yeah, looks at the
Imaginary watch.
Through fourth wall.
What's a DM?
Sure.
Where are you looking?
Can I roll like a d20 and see how long it's been?
Sure. Roll me, a history check.
Suddenly, Naya looks into the middle distance. We're like, Naya? Naya? Are you
What are you
okay?
looking at?
What's happened on the ship?
18.
Come back. We need you.
Yes.
With
I've done
84 years.
with an 18, I'm going to say that the last time that the oldest time that you remember coming here was really close to when you started to lose your memory. Like this feels like really familiar from way back when. A more recent time that you visited, there was probably a little bit of probably about 15 years ago, there was a weird sensation of like being followed when you were here last time. So it probably wasn't as fun of an experience, just because that weird little like feeling of being followed. But whatever job you were doing or whatever reason you had for visiting, it went fine, and nothing more came from it.
Okay. Naya would look at Phelan and him. I believe the last time was 15 years ago? It has been quite a while.
Yeah, that's a long time for sure. Do you remember what you were at the library for? Or kind of just like, like what we're doing now, poking around, seeing what's here?
I believe the last time was for a job, but before that it is a little hazy.
I think that... Are we on the rope bridge right now, Vinny?
Yep.
As we're talking? I think, like, Phelan is, like, oddly enough... Well, I guess not oddly. Like, for someone who keeps so low to the ground in the gloom, Phelan loves heights. And is, like, just running across the bridge with absolutely no problems. And is just, like... I mean, I've never been somewhere so high up. Just like a little kid, like, running on a playground.
It is very high, but you know what? It's cool, and maybe the inside of the library is even cooler. I don't know, Erin, do you remember like anything super cool about the library, or like anything that like I don't know? Just what do you remember about the library?
Let me think. Would Naya have like a library card? Like just a really old library.
Crusty old dusty and dusts it off.
Like it's not used in 15 years.
The library in general, especially most of the public areas, are just open to the public. They accept donations, but they are not needed. There are private areas for people more apt in specific scholar studies that like you can pay to go into if you have a specific like realm of study, but the general area, like if you were going to either find like a children's book or like a history book, that's just going to be in like the general area, or like sciences or alchemy, stuff like that. But if you were looking for like a very particular, not necessarily forbidden, but a very hard to come by school of magic, or a very specific set of like rituals or spells, those are usually like a little more locked up, a little harder to get to.
You see that I run back to the two of them. Sorry, you were going to say something. Please go.
Oh, no, go ahead.
Well, I was going to possibly change the subject slightly, so please go ahead, and then I'll say something after.
It's backstory stuff, but I think that Naya probably maybe the first time she was here, when she kind of started losing her memories, would have been looking into that. So if she would have needed access like back then.
You remember that the feeling of being watched was actually in the library. And some descriptors, even though I think we're about to get into it anyways, is that the entirety of the library, not all the books are made out of the fibers or parts of the tree, but all of the furniture and like the shelving and all of that was druidically made to be apart and grown into the trees. So it was made with the tree in mind, without actually harming it, to actually make it so you had shelves made out of tree. You could find like a couch that was made out of bark that you could lay on, that had moss growing on it that you could relax
really
in.
Cool.
I love that.
Thanks.
I think I look at the two. I run back over the bridge and make it shake a little bit. I'm so sorry. And I, like a little bit of a sway. And then I just go, oh, right, sorry. I wonder how easy it would be to find a book for how to fight against plagues or sicknesses.
Perhaps we could ask someone there. I'm pretty sure they could help us.
Yeah, is there like a reference? I mean, well, why don't we just go in there and see? There probably is a reference person. Most libraries that I'm familiar with have like a reference person that you can go to, and they're very friendly.
You can talk to someone. Maybe they're a ghost.
We did hear that rumor that there could be a ghost in the ghost library.
Wait, there is a ghost in the library?
Whoa!
Was that the... Wait, would we know that, like, you felt like there was, like, a presence behind you that one time, or did you not tell us that?
I wouldn't have told you guys that.
Well, so you're kind of like, whoa, there's a ghost?
What?
I think that we were told, when told about the... Before even Naya heard about it, we were told that there's some eerie stuff going on at the library. Yeah.
I wanna try to figure that out. Kind of like...
Okay, so are you guys entering the library? Or are we keep talking about potentially looking at the library from the outside of it?
No, we're talking as we're going, Vinny.
Cool. No, it's gonna take 84 years.
Just double check it. You guys were on the bridge halfway there, and you guys, I wonder what this library that we're walking to looks like. That's probably about like 30 feet over there. So
I assume we were still walking across the bridge.
Sure.
It's a really long bridge that we have to
how
cross.
long this bridge was extending, the more you were talking about maybe what the bridge inside would look like and who could be inside for helping you when you could just walk inside. As you guys get inside, you find very akin to the network of an anthill underneath. It is very cavernous. There's almost like tunnels within the tunnel that is the land's faceted, which then goes down to the smaller caverns, which then goes down to the inside of this part of one of this tree system itself. You find mainly a giant spiral that goes downwards that is just littered with bookshelves upon bookshelves, and then each landing area, each level has offshoot areas for study, so you can see where tables are set up and there are small glowing lights or creatures that glow or people who set up their own candlelight or depending on what they need. There are sections and areas that are blocked off. You can see that there are gates that are both physical and you can assume arcane. But from as far as your eyes can look upwards and then down without like leaning over in a precarious way that maybe might cause you to drop, which no one would dare randomly try to drop hundreds of feet. You can assume that there's at least 4 or 5 floors upwards and like 5 or 6 floors down. That's just like hundreds of feet. So there are thousands of books in here with various sections. Definitely staff helping. They all have similar uniforms that seem to match enough to be like, oh, you work here, so you probably know what's going on. The closest one to your area is actually someone who is a spirit. You can see through them. They are ethereal. And he seems to be a batkin, a bat folk person. And is just kind of sitting currently floating on top of the like main desk area where you can see some people are returning books, some people are talking to others, and is currently just sitting there waiting, eyes closed, just humming to himself.
I think I'm gonna try to make Mama Nea proud by going and starting a conversation. And I'm just gonna go up and go, excuse me, hi.
Hello. How can I help you?
Well, my friends and I are, various levels of new here, and I think we're all looking for different things. I was wondering where I might find books on how to cure mysterious plagues or illnesses, particularly ones brought on by fungi.
It is multiple levels of specific. We can try to find some of that. We have books on plagues. We have books on fungi. We have breaking curses. We have all of those separate together. The crossover, that is the interesting part. Yes,
so I've been told.
We can definitely try to look around for you.
Thank you.
Did your other friends have specific books? And the head kind of turned towards the two of you. Is there certain books or anything that areas of study, types of languages?
Maybe something, a book pertaining to memories?
Oh.
Or obtaining lost memories?
Memories. Is this more finding memories, retrieving memories, like analyzing memories?
More to obtain them if they were lost. Yes.
Okay. Is it like a normal physical element of like amnesia, or are we assuming a more severe?
Probably more arcane.
Okay. We can try to find that. Do we have a third arcane malady that we want to be looking for?
I don't know if you would call this a melody, but it's something that I am looking more into. I would like any sort of books that you would have on necromancy. I apologize if that's a little bit of a touchy subject, but you know,
nothing's touchy for me.
Hey!
Hey!
That was funny. I appreciate the humor. But if you had anything like that I could browse, and also this library is it kind of like alive in a sense with it being in a tree, because we know trees are alive. So
it's definitely alive to some degree for sure. About the necromancy, is there a specific like avenue? Are you trying to reverse necromancy on specific individuals? Are you trying to create your own form of necromancy? Are you trying for servitude, enslavement, friends? What area of?
None of that. None of the other ones.
Enslavement.
No.
Necromancy is used for all types of things, and while I one to judge on certain aspects, I would like to know what exactly kind of books I'm looking for, if I'm looking for them. And servitude and the other word are definitely the ones that people do use.
No. That is nothing that I partake in. However, trying to remember the earlier ones you were talking about. I think something along the lines of, I think just learning about it more, because I have some necrotic powers, but like I'm not entirely used to them, and so I kind of want to learn how I can harness them for good.
Okay. Are all of your powers necromantic, or you just happen to be arcanely trained and necromancy is what you've been testing the most?
I just happen to have them too. I mean, I was drawn to here because I learned that druids help make this library come to life, which is fantastic because I'm a druid too. But I also have necromantic powers, and I'm a little bit afraid of them. I haven't quite used them in a long time.
Very fair. Well, then, come with me, and we shall find some spots for your books. And this.
And what was your name?
Let me double check here real quick. McCarley.
Nice to meet you. Thank you for your help.
But of course, and then just launches off like there was actually some weight behind wherever he was sitting, and then just starts gliding down the circular staircases.
I just take off, like just trying to follow him as quickly as I can.
We're just dashing.
I would like each of you to roll either a history or arcana or investigation check with advantage. And this is going to be you guys tracking down some books, some knowledge.
Okay. What is my best? Are they all the same? I think they're all the same.
15.
All right.
Wait, you said history, arcana,
investigation.
What was the other one? Investigation.
13. I have a +1 to all of those.
That is 20 total.
Nice.
Cool. All right. As McCarley starts slowly circling down and showing you the different areas, you are able to see that as you guys make it down, Leon is actually there as well. You see Leon off actually in one of the blocked off areas with like the grates and stuff, and is currently poring over books himself. As you guys continue going down to the sections that McCarley's like, I think this might work. There's a lot of overlap in some of these ideas, so I'm trying to just do the best I can.
No, you're doing a great job. We really appreciate it.
Well, luckily, also, the library should be helping too at the same time. And kind of as you guys are going to the section in the area, especially with some of these ideas that have a few crossing points, like, especially like, Phelan, like you have these things that each of them by themselves would probably have their own section in their own area. You watch as not unlike Inside Out, where they're kind of like the orbs kind of like tumble around on different parts of the wall. You watch the like bark of the tree kind of lift up and slowly move around some of the books. So slowly, so cool. Like a selection.
Vinny, I don't think you understand. I want to be a librarian and I want to work here.
I want to go to there.
I have to leave.
You see like a fairly curated collection. Like it's still in the general area of like one of these subjects. I'm not going to pick a specific one, but we'll say one of these subjects that you kind of picked. You see the other ones that kind of correlate and are related are kind of like shuffled into the sides. They'll still be separate, but also together. So you have like 100 books here that like somewhere in here there might be the information, but it's a lot of different books to cover, unfortunately.
I don't think I'm gonna have much luck.
Not far away from, section Blight, there is like section Necromancy, not far away.
Blight Necromancy.
Just a few shelves down, where you see that in addition to like the Necromantic collection, there is also kind of a shuffling in of like actual like wizardly studies, specifically wizardly because they normally more often than anybody else, write down the information and how they learn it. So while it doesn't 100% probably translate to druidic or maybe necromancy studies, it could be helpful in like a learning path of being like, how do I improve and hone in on these skills better? So you get like quite a few books in addition to just pure necromancy and like the very varying styles that necromancy comes in depending on the type of person is doing it. There is also kind of just like a little curated section that is just like how to improve your magical capabilities, that can be like sifted and combined with some of the necromancy books. RNA, I need you to retell me what it is that you were looking for, just because there's a lot in my brain at once and it can barely handle that.
No, RNA was wanting to basically find something that would be more arcane and like retrieving like lost memories.
Gotcha. You are brought over to a more interesting, if not a little odd, collection of books. God, I don't have the title written down anymore. There's a selection of books that specifically you find is related to hydrokinesis, that is surrounded about like water elemental magic. And after a little bit of just kind of like staring, and you see that McCarley just has eyes closed the entire time and just kind of is like snapping a finger. And after a while, it's like, right. Well, I can't touch it. Library. And like you watch like a little rumble and a shuffle, and a book comes like pushed out just a little further.
We can talk to the library. Can anyone talk to the library?
You do have to be staff, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
Well, you could talk to it. It's just not going to let like it responds to me because I work here.
Right.
Naya just kind of looks up. Thank you, library. So I'm just like grabbing the book.
Thank you, library.
There is an extremely long title that was used in a completely different campaign, but it is related to this book. It was long, but it was the studies. It was like the studies and experimentations related to hydrokinesis and relative forms of memories that is reserved in the waters that travel throughout the realm of Vagari, aka underneath water has memories. So it says, I don't know if this is quite what you're looking for, but it's something that I read a little bit about, and like the easy surmise without going too far into it is that water flows through all creatures, and most of us at some point, the water that was within us, it was within someone else or within something else, and has continued going through the path of the world. So even if you don't have your memories, or someone doesn't have their memories, they are somewhere in the world. Just gotta figure out where that is, or how it is. So, I don't know if this is quite what you're looking for, but it's something.
Naya kind of looks at the book a little like skeptically, but it's just kind of nods and is just thinking like this is probably the best lead that she's probably had in a while.
Phelan is staring, paralyzed by the amount of books, and has not moved.
Choice paralysis and ADHD person's biggest curse. Anyways.
Yeah, 100%. Just staring like, there's too many.
Here, I have to spare a 20-sided die for some reason. Just roll it, and then whatever number you land on, you can match it with the number of the book you have. No, I'm kidding.
Making choices easy.
I just am going to reach out and grab a book and hope for the best.
Sure. There are a lot of different books here. I would say that the one that probably gets shuffled forward a bit is actually by like the library, just kind of responding a little bit to like your like yearning and looking, is actually a local history book that talks about the blight and the necromantic blight that actually tried to take over the city before it was saved, and how the hero that saved the city was someone who like didn't know that they had the power to do it. Like if the beginning portion kind of reads like a fairy tale book where it's just like, yes, this evil doer, aka evil force, this malignant tumor in the world was destroyed by this beautiful shining force of good. But it actually goes into a deeper history farther in and explains in more detail about the person and their own faith with the world. And it's not necessarily specifically something that might have a solution for your exact problem, but it could it could give you inspiration in the future related to the same subjects.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that, especially from what little I know about the All Paths tree, this just kind of confirms that that's where I want to go next. Especially because that's the story, right? The story is that this warrior fought against the blight, and his sacrifice caused the All Paths tree to bloom. So, like, I think as I read that, I just go, I kind of like put a number in my mind of like, yep, that's definitely where I'm going next. That's just the confirmation that I needed.
Cool. For Nim, what is Nim looking for exactly? You had the highest roll, and like, I mean, necromancy is such a big topic. What is like any honing in that like Nim is looking for? Is it just like creativity with her skills, or looking to do something specific? Or
I mean, at this point, I think Nim is looking to dispel some myths about necromancy, kind of like unlearning some stuff she's been told. So that, and then using that to kind of be like, okay, now how do I kind of use my powers for good, like I said earlier, instead of pure evil, which is the rumor that they've learned over time.
Cool. You find a fair amount of essays that were written by an Yvette Rain, a necromancy wizard, who actually has written dissertations and papers, again, specifically as a school of necromancy through wizardry, doing something similar to you. Someone who, like, very focusedly, what is a high elf, so has spent most of their life, most of their like centuries, literally trying to learn about necromancy and trying to make it a if not a good thing, a neutral thing, and figuring out the ways to use it without, similar to how people talk about power. Power is not necessarily good or evil. It is a neutral thing. It's the person who is wielding it. And it is very scientific in its dissections on how to use necromancy, how to reinforce your necromantic creations, how to, the learnings of potentially giving them sentience versus them just being husks of existence. So, I would say that's probably the closest thing that you find. Not necessarily anything. If anything else, you're finding that you are not alone in this search. That other people also understand that this school of magic is a school of magic, and that not necessarily makes it evil, because that is like saying enchantment magic is good when it could be used for even worse purposes. So you find a kinship, at least through paper, that someone else understands your plight of being like, look at what you could do with this capability.
Would I be able to figure out if Yvette is still around in any capacity that perhaps Nim could potentially see if they could meet Yvette?
These were curated over the last 5 years. Not in the Underdark. So definitely probably a person you could track down somewhere, but these are definitely copies that were like reprinted and brought down here to be, part of the collection.
Got it.
I think I look at McCarley after I've read through my book, because there's very little I can glean from it. And I just say, can I ask you a question that might seem uncouth? And I apologize if it comes across badly, but I promise it's well-intentioned.
Couthiness is the least of my concern. Please.
I mean, I do my best to try to serve couth as much as I can, but thank you to the 5 of you who understand that reference. But you are a spirit. Are many of you spirits who are now tied to this library? How does that all work?
Finding jobs in the afterlife is so difficult.
I can't imagine.
I'm kidding. Sorry. No, it's just as far as I can tell.
For ghosts.
Not
Phelan
all
would have straight up believed it. Phelan would have straight up been like,
no.
For ghosts.
I lived not too far away, and I came here frequently. I enjoyed the travel. Also, the city is not, or the town of Plunge is not super tight-fisted with their cocoa. So if you can fly and know where the best spots are, you can get some cocoa for free. And then I met an end at some point. I don't really remember what happened or how it happened. But I was here, and I didn't really want to leave because I've enjoyed it here so much, so I stayed. And there's some others here as well. I truly try not to think about the tree as a greater whole, because that feels so insignificantizing myself by doing so. If I think about it too long. So
right. It's like looking up at the night sky and realizing how small you are. And as if on cue, my little constellations start moving, like my little star freckles start moving, like, oh God.
I would not know what they look like, but I'm sure it's probably very similar. You can tell that at the very least, not all that can probably have no sight, but at the very least, McCarley does, in fact, have eyes closed at all times and doesn't seem to have sight. Although I guess most people who are blind just kind of just stare off, but McCarley specifically closed his eyes.
Yeah. Well, thank you for being kind enough to quench my curiosity.
Sure. If you would like, we could probably bring these books up to an upper portion of the tree where they actually can use the fibers and the cocoa to reprint you some pages out of it. That way you can look over some of it in your own free time.
That would be wonderful. Do we owe anything for it?
We only take portions of souls.
That sounds like a joke. Is that a joke?
That is a joke.
Okay. All right.
Kind of looks down.
I love how Nim and I 100% have the same reaction of, it's a joke, right?
That was good.
A good one.
He's funny. I like you. Yeah, I would love to make a copy of this essay as well, just for future reference, because I can only remember so much. So
of course,
yeah,
you as well, I assume.
Yeah.
The head turns towards where Arane is. Did you also want to make a copy of anything?
Did Naya find anything in the book that would have been helpful?
My brain, sorry. Going through 3 separate areas of study is frying my brain a little bit. What was it? Sorry.
Sucks to suck.
You would long term. The description I gave is probably the quickest thing that I could do. It is very formulatic. A lot of the stuff, the information that is in the book, it is about literally almost like dissecting water itself, and it would take a bit to understand it, or at least to make some of it work. You could potentially use like just some hydrokinesis with magic in general to like combine and make it work, but it would definitely take some studying to figure it out. You are muted.
My mic is being so dumb.
boo.
Would we be able to check these books out, or do they have to stay within the library?
You could check them out if you're going to be like in the city, but we do normally that so that way you could look long term at the whole book. But if you do plan on leaving the city, we request that you just get copies of like segments of pages. But either way could work. It just depends on what your plans are.
I think I may just make copies for now and then come back and maybe check this out a little bit longer.
Sure. And also, if you're from a different city, we can see if we can also get a copy mailed, or if they already have one in your area. So we can get you longer terms, but at least get you the quick notes of it.
If you take anything away from this episode, please support your local libraries.
We stand.
Especially the magic ones.
Especially the magic ones. All
Every
libraries
library
are
is
magic.
magic.
Thank
Vinny.
you.
Yay!
Thank you. They literally set it up.
Raining rainbow.
Cool.
Anyway.
Is there any final things you guys have to do at the library before we go back to the Glum Forge, where I believe we had 3 different companions meeting up there?
I think I'm good.
One of them looking like he's been
Okay.
hit by a truck. Yeah, I think we're good.
So we had Malkith limping off. I believe Balmore and Ruff were joining, and Aranea was the third one. All right, cool. So as the rest of you guys head towards Bitters, Velvets and Bitters, the 3 of you guys can head down to some of the deepest routes that are the closest to the water, but also you find probably the hottest areas where they contain multitude of forges that are I'm stealing literally the term from Dragon Age and probably other things, but iron bark, basically actual metallic bark that is used to allow furnaces to run in a wooded environment safely. What are you guys? We'll just say you 3 beat up. Unless anyone really wants to be difficult about that, we'll just say you beat up.
Nope, that works. So Balmore is more focused on, at this point, kind of figuring out how all of these pieces are going to go together.
Mm-hmm.
And also trying to figure out how he could use the water to kind of run through the tiny or medium, I don't know what size all of this would come together to be, like makeshift, put together Fauna Forged-esque thing that he's trying to make.
Cool.
But yeah, and basically whenever I meet up with everybody else, it's just be like that. Are you guys here to do something similar? As he's like putting the pieces back in the bag, trying to be secretive.
Do something similar to what?
To creating? I don't know what you guys are here for. What are you guys here for?
Why are you being suspicious?
Why do you look like you've just got jumped coming here?
I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, Naya just kind of looked at you guys. Well, I am here because of something that I need to praise. I don't know about you guys. As Naya goes into her bag and pulls out this metal whip that she has.
Damn, Mama
is
Naya.
Is that why he looks like that?
No, I didn't do that.
I fell. I don't want to talk about it.
That's wait, Phelan. Oh my god, she was fucking right.
She was right about what? What?
I'm assuming there was some kind of disaster, that a glider, some fire, falling.
Doesn't sound familiar to me.
Okay. We'll see what Phelan has to say when we all get together for lunch.
We have pushed past my business in this. So I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna go up here if you guys want to join. Sure. And Ruff's just gonna keep staring at Malkith because obviously he still looks kind of roughed up.
Naya's just walking inside.
Just bleeding lava out of his nose.
Yeah, I mean, Kalia has the bandage on still, so he has a black eye. Dude looks more fucked up than his hit points would say.
Oh.
I love my stupid items. I didn't think this thing would ever come into use. I really enjoy that you're using
insurance
it. I mean, correct.
R.I.P. R.I.P. my guy.
So as you guys enter the forge, there is a collection of different larger forges for much grander scale items, but then smaller forges and individual workstations that are set up for people who apparently work for the settlement itself or individually doing their own projects. The first person to greet you is Sufi, who is a large genasi person, a glimmer genasi, so specifically has crevices and ore that not the same way as a magma glow comes from Malkith, but kind of just like that phosphorescent bioluminescent glow throughout their body, and a much more ganglier center, but very thick arms. The arms definitely do a lot of the work for whatever they're doing. The rest of them is very much like they don't. If they don't have to work out any part of that body to do whatever they're doing, they don't do it. So they come over almost gorilla-esque with the way they lead forward with the arms just a little bit, but they don't touch the ground, but like just a little too long in the arms. Welcome to the Glowing Forge. What can I help you all with?
So I need you to do the best you can to make my. I just need a good sharpening and a good improvement on my my scythe here.
Oh, we can do that. No problem. We don't do that. Is there separate bills and projects, or everyone grouped together? How are we working this out? Are you okay? Do you need to go to?
No.
We have we do have a first aid area. Do you need something?
No.
Just when you look at his face, just remember that those fuckers up at the top of the tree with those kites, they're the ones who did this.
To your scythe?
No, to his face.
Got it. Okay.
Ruff's just gonna lean in and go. Cults do weird shit.
Oh my god.
You're so right, bud.
So separate
I've heard that
bills,
before.
or
Heard that
are the
before.
projects separate or together?
Naya just kind of looks up. Probably separate.
Okay. So just a good sharpening and cleaning. Did you need any cosmetic work done to the scythe itself?
Well, what kind of services do you offer?
I mean, we've got to clean, sharpen, oil, just to make sure. I'm going to assume that like they get to look at it and see that it does have hinges, so it probably could use a fair oiling just to be safe. Me going back to the...
Me as a player, knowing that I can get it in magically enchanted permanently for 10 gold.
Yep. Let's see. So we can make a more durable layer on top. We can coat it so it cosmetically looks more how you preferred. My type of glow, your type of glow, their type of
really
glow.
Racist of you.
But the color. Okay. If you wanted to make it magical for a certain amount of hits, just to get through a couple battles that you expect, it costs about 2 gold. If you were looking to enhance it to a more permanent magical form, it costs about 10 gold.
I think getting it magically enchanted to permanently buff it up, I think that's probably the best bet.
I think so too. That's why we have the deal. Cracks
Fantastic.
the entire arms going upwards. All right, I can get to work on that. What can I expect from you guys while I'm working on that project? Is there anything in particular I can do for either of you?
I got a refund, right? Or am I out of gold?
You do not get a refund now.
Okay. Okay.
Serves you right.
It does. It does.
Again, 400 gold item for 30 gold.
Oh, no.
I don't.
Yeah, no. It's all good.
It's
I just
fine.
broke now.
That's fair. You guys also like caught fish and did other things that you could sell. I mean, you have that magical boot still, right?
Well, I gave it to the... No, I threw the boot back.
No,
and
we
I
don't
gave-
have the magical boot.
Oh, I
We
know.
threw it back in the water.
I know.
And I gave my 10 gold fish to the guy
To Gage.
for Arnea's debt.
Yep.
I have some fish I can sell, but I'm not here,
Yep.
so good luck.
Looks to...
I have gold. I don't mind whatever you... It's one team, one fight. I got gold.
No, it's okay. I mean, my stuff's already magical, so...
Bitch. Looks to Balmora and Aranea. And just like, all right, so you don't require the services. I still think you should go to the first aid station. But for you guys, is there anything I can help you with?
Balmore's just gonna kind of look at him and go, "Hey, I think I'd possibly speak with somebody one-on-one. I just need some help with something." Just kind of like looking around suspiciously.
Oh, sure. We can do a one-on-one right afterwards. Just double, and then points to Aranea. Anything for you?
Kaya looks at the other two like, this is weird, right? I'm not...
I'm just gonna lean real close to Balmore's ear.
Vibe that this is weird. That they're acting weird.
Who?
He said he was looking around suspiciously. So.
Roll me a deception check, Balmore Ruff, if you think this is out of ordinary or for your character. The rest of you can roll me insight checks.
That's a nat 20.
Okay, well.
I'm not sure.
I got a 19.
I got like a 4.
I have a 21, but it's not natural 20.
What's the total for deception?
It's a 10, but...
Oh, no, I have a 0, so like it's just a 20. That's it.
Okay. I'm going to say Malkith, who was already suspicious of you guys for long enough, is able to glean a little something. We don't have to say any specific details unless, Balmore, you have a specific one you want to share to be like, you catch this specific little item or thing that Balmore Ruff is doing.
You'd probably just catch that he looks down at the bag and looks like up at him and just kind of like looks over his shoulder.
I'm just like hovering over Balmore's shoulder. Why are you being suspicious? Is there something we need to work out again?
So we never really worked out anything. Also, back up. What are you doing? You're being more suspicious than I am. I'm just making sure that what's mine is taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's
just watching this interaction and
like,
just
if you
walks over to the Genasi.
Like, if you want, you can get in the bag.
I'll put it in your bag. That's all right.
Rough immediately. Put it in your bag. Ruff is gonna walk up to the gentleman who decides to crack the pythons in front of everybody, and she's just gonna like reach out for his arm, and as she touches his arm, she's just gonna go like in. I have the words in Nim's voice. Which is weird enough. Hot. And just like keep tapping his arms.
When did I say that?
You said that he was hot-headed, so she's just repeating the first part of that.
Kalia, as he's walking away with Aranea, is just like...
I know it does get it's very sweltering down here. A lot of work, but I will find someone to do a one-on-one project with you guys, so that way you can whatever craftsmanship you're trying to create, we can make sure it happens for you. Your friend's walking away when I was supposed to figure out what they wanted. Excuse me, miss. Just chases after Aranea.
Balmore's just gonna give her a pat on the back and just go, it's okay. Eventually, you'll find someone. It's okay.
Aww. As I was walking away, would we like have heard Ruff say that?
I don't think so.
She didn't say it quietly.
Turning back around, what was their name again?
Novi.
Okay, turning back around to Novi, Aranea is going to go ahead and pull out the metal whip that she has. So, I think that I've been carrying this around for quite a few months, but I don't really know anything about it.
Can you remind me of where the mother
This was the star metal out of character. It was the star metal whip that we got from the Zodiac Trials.
Did you guys never use identify on these things? Okay. Cool.
Why would we?
Identify never.
Yeah.
Have you met this party? We
Crazy
are truly team fuck around and find out.
Man.
Mostly on the find out later.
I was gonna say without the find out.
Look around and kind of maybe one day find out.
Exactly.
In the very near future. But anyway.
The details are there
I wouldn't say near future. I would say later down the line.
The next episode of
Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball G.
We're in Act 1 of the tragedy where we're just setting up all the dominoes that will then later fall down.
I feel like
don't need your
Phelan
help,
is just
guys,
going to be
don't
the
worry.
ultimate I told you so character of this party, and I don't know if I like it.
It is a blessing and a curse.
Who's gonna pay the price?
Huh.
We all
Did I
are.
not make a whip yet? Give me a second.
No whip for you.
A whip.
I feel like Nim and Phelan are absolutely bonding right now. We are having some hot cocoa. We're having a great time.
We're still in the library because
I
we didn't want to leave yet.
I just want
Oh
to make
yeah,
this.
that's what it is. We're just now finding fantasy comic books and reading them.
Speaking of fantasy, we understand that this is Mama Nea with a whip now, right? We all
Yes!
get that. We all know
Yes!
that, right? Okay.
Freaking Calyat knows exactly.
Did you not know she wore long leather boots?
Nope, just got it. Just picking it up now.
Oh yeah.
Tiefling.
I'm gonna
Whip.
play a sweet character.
Got it. Got it.
And then the moment she's one-on-one with you, she immediately attacks some guy. Come on.
Hey, remember, y'all call me Mama Nea.
I don't call you
Listen.
mom.
Mommy sorry. Mommy sorry. Mommy sorry. Or mother apologies. Mother apologies.
Apology accepted.
Actually, I think you just got a good setup from your specific other wife, the true mommy.
Oh my god.
A paladin mommy?
Oh my god. I will say, every time Elaine shows up, the fan comes out. Every time.
Yeah, wait till next time.
Myself, it is so
Ruff has so much to say to her now.
I'm too bisexual for this. Why are you doing this to me?
I feel like Vinny's gonna hurt my feelings later.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
We're all gonna hurt your feelings later. Don't worry about it.
Aw.
Rephrase.
What?
not
No!
traumatized.
Phelan's not gonna hurt Nea's feelings.
Better.
How dare you?
More accurate.
Anyway.
Not hurt, just traumatized.
Man, I am not finding any good whip that either I've made or that exists already, which means I'm going to make you a custom whip later. So we'll worry
I
about
feel
that
like
later.
Ruff and Phelan will totally bond over wanting to find true love, because Phelan doesn't think they'll ever find true love either. So Ruff and they will just be like drinking cocoa.
Broken Hearts Club.
So,
Oh yeah. Well,
Arnett.
Phelan hasn't had a broken heart.
I don't know, you just need your stuff identified, right? You're just trying to get this guy identified?
Yeah, and if
Cool.
you can add an enchantment, something's minor.
Cool. If I don't already put a thing on it, I'll make a thing on it. It's fine. Oh wait, that should exist. Why are you not highlighting that? Sorry. What? Really? The whole time?
The whole time?
The whole time.
whole
The whole
time.
time.
I should not say that in this
The
group.
whole damn time.
You literally know that this group has such strong echolalia, and yet you put the ball on the goddamn tee
We're just gonna swing and hit every time.
every single time.
All right, let me see. I do have something, and I think you're gonna like this one. This will be fun. Okay,
Yay!
Yay.
cool. That's gonna get overpowered really quickly. That's fine. Who cares about balance? I
Oh
don't.
no, giving Mama Nea overpowered. Whatever will we do?
Whip sponsored by
means
Rihanna.
means the encounters get harder too, though. So
Bring it on! Come on!
Oh,
do you say that? I threw a two-headed mechanical dragon at you first session, so I don't know.
we didn't die.
We didn't die.
Was the naming for
And it
you?
comes
That's
back.
gonna be like the tagline of our group. We didn't die.
But did you die?
Die.
Cool.
We didn't die. Hashtag murder.
He's gonna take some. They're gonna take some time to analyze your whip, and I'll come back with some details for you later. But yeah, you will see that you get it fully identified, so that way you know the actual magical capabilities of it. And if you wanted, you could also probably get it stylized, but for now, it purely is just straight up metallic with a little bit of kind of like a striping down it. There's a little bit of a hued like black orange striping that goes down it. That's it. And Belmore, Ruff, you guys are brought over to Tamash, who is a small kobold who works here, but very technically and especially for minor, small details is very, very methodical and gifted, and is immediately very interested to be like, okay, so I heard you needed help with some type of project. So what is it?
Balmore's gonna like grab out of his bag and just start taking everything out and just like putting it on the table and just be like, that needs to be a bird, and I'm very interested into how I can specifically help you with that. And also, and he like brings the water out. I want this to run through it. Ooh. And I also, and like noticing there's no body piece, he holds up Ruff's arm and he shows the medallion he has in the center, and he's like, that also needs to be able to attach to it.
This is crazy.
Are you asking for a mechanical fucking familiar?
Oh, we need a lot of pieces for this. Okay. Okay.
Now we have 3 birds.
I'm an artificer at heart. Like that's I was meant for this role. I just never got to play it.
This is so. Are you staying here or traveling or what? Because this is
I will stay here if it takes that. I'll just find a way to catch up with my group if it takes that time.
Okay. This is this can take a couple days. This is possible. Are you basing this off of a specific thing, like the figurines of power that people have, or the fauna forged that other people use? Is there like a specific type of construct creature that you are aiming to base this off of?
He looks over at Ruff, and Ruff's like not paying attention at this point. He's just like, if I for some reason wanted it to look like me or similar to me, but in fauna forge form, like would that suffice? Would that fix, or would that be possible?
We would need more pieces. We also need more magic. But everything that you have here is good, and if you want, I could get started on that. The problem is we need way more for the center base of it, and I have some primal magic that I can combine into it, but we also need arcane magic from someone who knows spells crafted by artificers or wizards specifically, and then we need someone with divine magic from like clerical or paladin backgrounds. So if we can get these 3 types of magics, we can put it in there and get it to function, but it just needs more. It's a little lean, and will not feed many families as is.
How you said it would take a couple days. How long would it take to find all of that? And how much would that cost? Because this sounds very expensive.
That's why it would take a couple days, because it's gonna you gotta find the parts. It's the actual ritual to set it up, probably a few hours. The finding the rest of the parts and putting all the parts together correctly is the longer process. I'd be very interested to see how that would go. One second. Scrambles up onto a desk and begins like tearing out like those giant shelving units where there's just like files and files, and just starts like scrambling through them. Let me see. I've got not the busiest schedule. Okay, I have the time. What if you can find the other supplies? What do you have for money? Because I do need to be paid for some of my services. But if you can find the rest of the supplies, I don't have to worry about that, or do that, or charge you for that.
Oh, finding supplies, finding things. That's exactly what we're good at. So we can go find the supplies for you if you wouldn't mind making a list. As far as gold, as of right now, we have 10 gold, but I am getting paid for a job. If I came back with more gold, would you be able to make it while I'm off finishing what I'm doing? And then I pay you once you're done, instead of trying to take and then pay after?
Yes. So if you are doing a job, I can complete it while you are doing the job. When you come back, we can do the ritual to awaken it, and you pay me then.
That sounds fantastic.
If you can pay me some now, because this is going to take a little while, and eating's nice.
All I have is 10 gold. I will give you the entirety of 10 gold. This is
5
fantastic.
is good for now. 5 is good. You should also, eating's nice for everybody. And just takes the 5 gold. Okay, this will get me started, and I will work on this.
Get him something to eat at Velvet Bitters.
And you find the rest of the pieces. I will make a list. She begins making a list for you of various supplies, mainly to have a center body, because we had legs, we had beaks, we had wings, but that center body mass needs to have more to it. And you have part of a fuel to run it, but you might need a little more variety, and depending on what is being used to pump through it. But you also have the arm guard, which you plan on incorporating as well, so that could count for part of that as well.
Okay. That is good. We're going to be off to grab what's on the list then. I'm going to kind of whisper to Ruff to go tell the rest of the group what we're doing without telling them what we're making, which is kind of hey, we may need to come back through here once we're done with our mission.
Yeah, so we have to come back somehow.
You are now telling that to Ruff, so she's just going to be like...
That's super fair. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Arnea...
That's your brother. So weird.
Arnea gets her item analyzed. Malkith gets his refined and finished up a little bit, so it's all spooky and sharp and good to go and magical. And we have a little mechanical project that is partways through. To make this easy, just throw me a stealth check with advantage. Balmor, because your biggest thing is just not getting caught if you're going back to the salvage yard.
With advantage.
Yeah.
That would be a 17.
Cool. I believe 16 is this thing's passive. 16 is this thing's passive. Cool. So it'll take you time, but eventually you can gather supplies. But it's going to take a bit because you need a bunch of pieces. We are about to hit about 10 o'clock. So if people want to gather together at Velvets and Bitters to have food after all of their various projects are done.
Yeah, I think that's the plan.
Probably do that. Balmor is going to be a little late. Obviously, Ruff comes and shows up and shares a message. I don't know if Ruff returns to Balmor or is just going to chill with people.
She's not going back. That's boring stuff for her. So she's going to chill and start eating.
I think the moment
My
that
brother's doing lame shit.
Kellyot walks in and Phelan gasps and runs over and goes, "Oh my god, that was you falling! Are you okay? What happened?"
We fell down. And at first I was playing it up, but actually it was really scary.
What do you mean playing it up?
He's opens his mouth to explain what their plan was and then realizes who the fuck he's talking to and is immediately cowed and he's like, nothing.
Right, so it definitely was something and you're just not going to tell me. Okay.
No.
I mean, you're technically all together.
We're all just in front of each other, so I assume so.
Okay, yeah, so Naya just looks at Kellyot. Is there something that you need to tell us? Very, very, sternly, kind of.
It's like being under the fucking zone of truth all over again.
Mal just from like across the room, like behind them too, just like
Phelan on one side, Naya on the other. Mal, you don't stand a fucking chance.
I feel like Kellyanne would fold like some fucking laundry between the two of us.
Yeah, like there's the pressure from behind you too of Malkith just being like, "Don't do it," but then there's Phelan and Mama Naya just being like shit.
Nim's over here like, I can cure wounds, but only if you tell us what the truth of what happened was.
I can cure wounds too. He doesn't need to cure wounds.
Phelan puts a hand up and goes, Malkith, with all the respect in my heart for you, shut up.
We had a plan that we were gonna commit insurance fraud, and then I fell, and then I felt really bad.
Do we glean, like, from the sobbing what actually happened? Like, are we, like, able to hear? So, Phelan looks at Mal, looks at Kellyanne, and goes, so you could have died because you were committing fraud to try to get a kite staff.
I really wanted it. And now it's not even worth it.
You know, I almost want to be mad, but it kind of feels like karma hit you all anyway. So let's just go get some hot chocolate. And she gives Mal like a death glare, gives Kellyanne a death glare, and is gonna go, Nim, let's get some hot chocolate. Ruff and Ernea, and if you two want to join us, if you're not hurting too badly.
Ruff's just gonna walk over and look between and like put an arm on both of you and just be like, ooh, and just walk off.
Naya just kind of looks at Kellyanne and Mal. Looks at Mal. You could have asked for help, 1. 2. Did you get whatever you were committing fraud for?
Of course we got what we were trying to get. And number 2, I don't need help. And number 3, if you would have just asked me, I would have told you everything. You know I don't lie to people. Except for when we're trying to scam something. Apparently, this is all a test for Kellyanne. Apparently, he folds like a bag of bricks. That's not how that expression goes.
I was gonna say, what? You see, I turn back and go, what?
All of us are like...
But wait, what was it for exactly?
We wanted to get the cool kite thing, because Kellyanne was really interested in it, but he didn't have enough gold.
He holds it up and like one of the wings falls off. He's like...
Ruff is just gonna look around and go, and like in Balmore's voice, in public?
I don't know what to tell you, Ruff. This is just how things work out sometimes.
So you got a broken stick. Can you at least fix it?
I'm fixing it. Just give me a little bit of time.
Ruff.
You guys look very, very bad.
It's nothing a little cure wounds won't fix.
Ruff.
Ordering hot chocolate.
Ruff,
you look messed up.
Your in public statement was basically you're talking about this out loud in public, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are confessing your crime to everyone that's around us.
Then, Ruff, you notice.
Oh no!
I knew anybody else. That up above on one of the routes, with a sniper rifle strapped to the back and literally the old-fashioned cowboy pair of pistols on their hips.
Fuck, we gotta go.
A batkin who just has arms crossed and literally looking down and watching this conversation happening right now. Both ears honed in downwards right at it.
So funny enough, Balmore and Ruff. Volume back up. Balmore and Ruff don't like Batkin. So she's just gonna look up at him and just give him like, as y'all have never seen, a smile and just wave and immediately turn back to the group and just go.
Murder?
And that's all she says in Balmore's voice.
Gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where the fuck are you guys going?
Were we in the cafe? Like,
we're in the cafe. We're going to get food, right?
You guys are along the long strip that it leads to Velvets and Bitters.
Oh, okay.
Where there's food, craft items, and all sorts of things.
I thought we were already there. I'm sorry.
You should be there too, I guess. Either way works right now.
Yeah, we're going somewhere away from Batman.
Who's Batman?
I have a passive
Like-
perception of 18, just so you know.
Sorry,
Oh,
the
man.
Batman got me for a moment.
Anyway.
He's
Yeah,
just
we're
sitting
straight
up there
up
like, for
focused.
Gotham. Like, no, stop.
Nobody cares. Yeah, we're just gonna fuck it.
Yeah,
Let's just
Kelly,
go.
like, I feel like Kelly at, like, the moment, like, Ruff points out the bat person that they saw earlier, and it says run, it's like the fucking John Mulaney throw a 40 on the ground and yelling scatter. It's like, everyone's, like, he just runs in a direction. He just...
Scatter! Everybody scatter!
Oh, no.
Cool.
I'm not gonna lie, I expected better from Kaliat. I feel like he came in with a lot of...
You shouldn't have.
A lot of, like, I'm here for the shenanigans, and it's just... There's no shenaniganizing here. He's just folding very quickly on things.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know
Yeah,
what the
maybe
fuck you
some of us-
expected. This man is a mess.
Naya is just like casually walking away.
Yeah, I'm walking with Naya. Like, look,
We're
I
not
didn't-
part of this group.
I was
Okay.
not involved. Like,
The broken people are running. Oh, man.
I yell after Kelly. To lunch, dear. Not other way. To lunch.
He'll do, like, a little loopy-loop and come back to the
Oh my
line.
god.
Just circle the block.
Yeah. Try to
Yeah, when
run away, and then just
when
circle
Malkin
around.
says how easily Kellyot folds, Phelan goes, you know, honestly, honesty is an admirable trait, and realizing that maybe things were not the way you wanted them to go is also admirable, which is something to think about. Just like the pained smile.
Again-
She keeps walking with Naya.
I don't lie unless the situation calls for it. I'm not lying to my friends. Unlike what Kaliat was trying to do to lie to y'all, I'm just telling you all the truth. Kaliat said they wanted something, so I made sure we got the thing for them.
I drop
Like
the
a
smile.
brick.
Look at you, look Malkit directly in the eyes and goes, you could have died.
Oh, I'm not that lucky. Let's stop there.
I think Naya would look back at Mal. I'm pretty sure, and also looking at Phelan, I'm pretty sure that Kellyat was not sure who to be afraid of in this moment, so the panic and running around makes sense.
So,
Listen, Kellyot, canonical coward.
Yeah, I'm just gonna join Naya. I'm gonna huff, like very much like a at Mal and just walk up with Naya.
so much honesty, just so much integrity, so much.
Just like, you got what you wanted, I guess. Just not in the best way.
Ruff the whole time is like showing, like looking back at Malka and Kellyat and like smiling, like, good job. You got what you needed. Like,
But
I mean, I got nothing out of this situation. I just got dropped 200 feet.
I caught on fire and dropped
Again,
200 feet to
like
the
a
ground.
brick.
Like a brick.
I was just trying to help out a friend.
How much did you pay?
30 gold for a 400 gold piece of equipment for Kelly out there. I was just
Phelan
trying to be a
tries-
good friend.
Phelan tries to hide how impressed they are.
Man,
Do not.
I mean, I could have probably gotten it for you for free, and we wouldn't
Well-
have almost died.
All right. Well, apparently we need to be better friends because I didn't know you could do that sort of thing.
I'm pretty
Have you not
persuasive,
seen
really.
this woman's amazing powers of persuasion?
Well, I
It's
can't
exhausting
persuade a rock
keeping
to
up.
stay still.
I'm sorry, what?
I couldn't persuade a rock to stay still, so I don't know.
I believe that. I wholeheartedly believe that.
You just hear them go, that checks out.
Immediately, Ruff's like, she loves nuts, goes crazy for nuts.
That was a fluke.
I was going
One
to
of the
say-
random workers here is just looking at you. Goes, did you guys want anything? Like,
Oh, yes, and I'm
right,
going to
yeah.
order some hot chocolates.
I order whatever looks good. Literally every single bait's good. That looks fantastic. I'm just gonna.
gotcha.
At this point,
Hey,
Kellyot comes back. He's like spent like, because he still has his 5 starter gold. So he spent like, I don't know, a silver on like a scarf that he's like doing like the Thor thing of like,
Yeah, Phelan is going to eat their feelings. So it is like, okay, I'm going to have that and that and that and a hot chocolate.
Perfect.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, Ruff's just gonna sit with you guys, like legs crossed in the seat, just rocking back and forth, looking around.
Yeah, I'm going to actually kind of lean my head a little bit on Ruff with Ruff's permission. Just like already exhausted. You know when like you have a Disneyland trip and you're like, oh god, we overcommitted, and you're just like sitting there like
This is day one.
I know.
We
Day
have 3
one.
more days.
Any music festival ever.
Ugh.
Oh my god.
Right now?
Say again?
What time of day is it?
Evening. With the way you guys have been pushing on, it's like
Okay.
it's like 8 or 9 at
Dinner
night.
time.
Maya talking to the like, are they just like a server or barista?
Yeah,
or
sure.
Okay.
All the following.
All the above.
I think. Do you guys have an appropriate ale for this region, or something very very strong?
This specific store is chocolate based, so I could probably tell you something more closely akin to like a chocolate wine.
Ooh, I want to try some of that chocolate.
I would love to try that. Also, I look at the group. For staying the night, from what I've learned about the All Paths tree, there's apparently an inn in the roots, and you can get a pretty nice room for 6 that I could front if everyone's okay with that. Well, then
I feel like with all the gold my efforts saved, I think I should pay for the room for everyone for tonight.
If you're offering, go right ahead.
Listen, I'm not going to say no. I am
Cool
not
as
going to
fuck.
say no to no to that.
How much is it?
For a room for 4, it's I
8
just lost
silver.
my information. It's 8 silver, but for a really nice room for 6, though we do have 7, 2 gold.
Well, I'll just get us 2 rooms then, 2 of the exquisite rooms, because I feel like why not spread out? We got a little bit extra room. We've got all this stuff we got from the day. Let's splurge a little bit.
If you're okay with it.
What is 2 rooms for 3 and 4 people
days.
each?
That would be 8 silver for each 4-person room.
No, it'd be. I'm gonna pay I'll pay 4 gold. For
I love
the total.
math. You guys can just say you subtracted. I'm not super worried about it.
Yeah, we'll let Malkith pay for it, because Phelan's like, if Malkith wants to pay for it, I'm gonna let this guy
Go for it, my guy.
You guys
Yeah.
also 100%
I'll do the 4.
could just sleep on the ship. Just
Yeah.
I'll do the.
No!
Sleep in
Root
the what?
hotel! Root hotel!
Ruff and I was just gonna
Hotel.
say Ruff and Balmore are probably gonna sleep in the crow's nest again, just like to keep an
Okay.
eye out around everything. So you guys can take the
The
room.
one room.
Well, I'm still buying 2 rooms, 2 of the 6-person rooms for 4 gold.
Why? Just 'cause you
Why?
can?
Because he can?
not?
the cheek
Because why not?
clapping. Come on.
Who's getting their cheeks clapped?
I don't know.
I'm
But
Phelan's not!
it's been mentioned every session the last like 3 sessions, so I just figured I'd bring it up one more
Are we
time.
just gonna go like find a brothel or something? Like,
Yeah, what?
Hold on,
Excuse-
Dub, don't do that. Ruff has had a hard time.
I mean, is there a brothel here?
Of course.
Yeah.
Every
And it's
every
called
settlement
the
has
Plunge.
a brothel.
It's called
If you take
the
Phelan,
Plunge.
So
I will tell you all
Balmore,
right now, if you take Phelan to a brothel, it will be the worst night of their life, and it will be fucking hysterical.
so Balmore will be in the crow's nest. I don't know what 5 gold's gonna get. Ruff.
Ruff's gonna go to the plunge. That's what the brothel
Yeah.
is.
I feel like
Nailed it.
Kel would just go to the brothel just to like sleep there. Everyone's like, oh hell yeah, and he's like, yeah,
Doggy.
for sure.
Totally.
Getting dirty.
Side note: how much would 2 bottles of the chocolate wine cost?
I'm gonna say the 10 gold that it would normally cost for a dozen of things.
Discount. Your
We're
powers of
getting
persuasion.
chocolatey wasted.
Chocolate wasted.
The wine is more money than the hotel room.
Yeah.
Each individual chocolate item costs a gold.
Oh, Lord.
Oh.
Did you not look at those
probably-
prices, guys? You looked at the hotel rooms, but not the place you guys were literally just eating at.
Listen!
Random thought: is there a place where I can get, like, Ruff is gonna like look over at anyone that kind of works in the line and just go, go back up here. Love a good postcard.
Who said post?
Get me a postcard. And I kind of like shoulder shrug.
Oh, we have some of those here. They're specifically related to like the chocolate and the cocoa moths. Is that okay? Okay, yeah. They bring out, you can either, similar to that, it's going to be either 1 for 1 copper, or for a dozen, you can get it for 10 coppers, which is a silver.
Oh, is it copper or is it gold?
For the postcards, it's a copper.
Oh, okay.
Because
Yeah, I spent this is very much a theme park vibe.
100%. It's really bad.
Yeah, like Phelan just spent 2 gold for a chocolate croissant and a hot chocolate. I regret my choices.
Nim spent 3 gold on a chocolate scone, also a chocolate croissant, and a hot chocolate.
Just so I can be a little fair with the understanding of this, most normal cocoa like bean like pods are, let's say this is not right, is this size. What you're getting is what they actually get here is because they are 10 times larger. The actual cocoa bean pods are the size of my body.
Oh,
wow.
Like my physical
That's a
center
big
of
ass
body.
bean.
And your treats are literally the crazy theme park size treats. They're freaking
like the giant
huge.
croissants you could get in Paris.
Yeah, they're huge.
Can we
Size
at
of your
least get
head.
a fancy themed cup with the hot chocolate?
Yeah, it's made out of the bark from the tree.
Yay!
Oh my goodness. Wait, so how big are these bottles of wine?
The wine's a little different because it's super refined down, but like it's still like you're gonna get chocolatey wasted. Don't worry.
No. So first of all, I always
Chocolate
struggle because persuasion.
But they're
no,
bottles, so it's like a fairly tall bottle, but they are wine bottles. They're not wine bags, boxes. So
okay.
it's definitely the bottles.
That's chocolate wine.
I'd try it once.
So I think that looking at this like server person,
Sure.
did we get their name?
No,
They have like a little name tag. Oh, Disney.
sure do.
Is there a name tag?
There is.
What does it say?
It says, "Hello, I'm whatever you need me to be."
I mean,
Well,
Which if you asked when you were asking them, "Hey, are you a barista or a waitress?" It would have been like,
looking at this
Barista or
this
whatever.
barista or server, would it be you if I needed to talk to you about perhaps purchasing a gift for out of character? What is Alex's like actual title? Back in Mesopolis.
they use gender neutral stuff, but they are the ruler of Massatopolis would be like the easiest thing that you could explain.
Okay.
The liege, they are not technically a king or queen because that's not a title that they would use all the time. But ruler works, or liege.
Okay. So I think looking at them, would it be possible to perhaps lower the price? If I could deliver one of these bottles to the ruler of Mesopolis? As a
Alright.
gift, of course.
Are you guys from Masset?
We've been there before, and we have friends who have to do legal work through the channels, as I'm like kind of mentioning the ships legally.
Sure. Well, discounts aren't really a thing that I can provide for stuff like that. I can probably talk to the manager if you want. Have them come out and talk to you.
That would be lovely.
All right. They're going to go away for a few seconds. Come back with. Gotta look at all the NPCs. They come out with a lepidite, a butterfly person, with a blue neon little ascot-esque thing, which shows as the same color in their wings. Their name is Van. Van Thrice Bitter comes over and lands from like a little distance away. You can see that they were having an argument with somebody else. Hi, yes, I hear that you are inquiring about some type of... what was it you were looking for?
Some wine, but if now is not a good time, I understand. Is everything all right?
Yeah, everything's fine.
You said that they were arguing with someone before they came over?
Yeah, it seems like they were floating with another lepidite, another a moth individual, actually, up between two of the shops.
Oh, okay. You just seem to be arguing with someone on your way over. I'm so sorry. Well, you see, we're friends with the ruler of Mesopotlis, and I was wondering if you could give us some kind of minor discount, so we could deliver it personally to them.
Are you guys from Asset? Like, looks between everybody.
Some of us are from there, but not originally from there.
We are pretty popular with the massholes, so it makes sense.
What? Incredible. Wow.
I'm waiting to toss that in. Anyways,
Perfect.
cool. And you know the ruler. I don't. My apologies for condolences for the change in.
Yes.
Yeah, it's been a weird.
We are personal friends with them. I actually just planned a dinner party not too long ago for them. But I think this might be something that would be nice to cheer them up.
Go ahead and, I mean, I'm assuming persuasion, or unless you think you're deceiving or intimidating.
I mean, I'm technically not lying. I'm just getting a deal, and we are going to bring a gift to Alex, so...
Okay.
Guidance.
I like the guidance song. Amazing.
Yeah.
Guide!
The Doppler effect.
Good.
I love the idea of Mal just randomly popping up like a cartoon, just going guidance, and then going away.
Or like one of the little anime bubbles that you get.
Guidance.
24.
God damn.
Persuasion.
They say, is there a specific price point you're trying to hit for your taxes?
You said it was 10 gold for 2 bottles?
Yes. 10 gold, technically 10 gold per bottle. But what are you trying to navigate to?
Like 12 gold. Feels fair.
40% markup. Yeah, that sounds about right for USPR. All right, USRP. Cool. Sure. Give me a second. This is going to the head honcho over there.
Yes.
All right, give me a second. They lick a couple with their fingers and then wag them for a second, and then just hands start moving very quickly as they get a wooden box. That wooden box gets filled with some shred, and then some dividers get put in, and then you watch a couple chocolate little additives get put into the side, a whole set of postcards on the other side, and then one of the bottles gets put in there, and then they put the other bottle on top after closing the lid on the box. I will charge you for this bottle. You can bring this one. You can bring this one to whatever their name is. Sorry.
Alex.
Lovely name. They seem so unenthused.
This guy does not give two shits.
Lovely name.
10 gold.
Roughs over there.
Charge you for this. Bring this to them. Hopefully they enjoy it. All right,
Naya just kind of nods and goes to pay.
Cool. The exchange happens. You have a bottle. You have a free little package to bring back home. Never thought my gift basket photography life would come into play. During
I was going to say that was for some lived experience.
Yeah,
right
no,
there.
it really was.
Good job.
Anyways, cool. You get that package. I feel like we could have 4-hour sessions. We need to get better at this. Is there anything else anyone needs to do right now, or is good to wait until next session to do?
Good to wait till next session.
I just want to know, where do we land on the brothel?
The plunge.
Face,
where do we land on
face
the plunge?
down, ass up. Probably. I don't know.
Hey yo. Anyway,
A brothel exists. A brothel exists in every single one of my towns. So like it exists. If y'all really want to go there, we can make it happen. That's probably a next session thing. But hey, after you get your chocolatey treats, we can get you there.
Listen, it is what it is.
Everything all right?
yeah.
Everything's
Yeah.
fine.
We're good.
Nope. Audio went weird, so I was just double checking. Okay, cool.
Oh.
We're good. All right.
Hello?
That surprised me for a second.
Double checking the audio.
Oh my god. Don't do that. All right. Cool. You guys have spent less than 12 hours in this town and have done a variety of things. And we have even more time for you guys to kill next session. All right. For now, is there anything coming up this week? I believe this is an empty week. Nope. End of the week. We are hosting a game. Nope. Tuesday I'm hosting a game. Oh no, wait, that's getting moved to September. Oh, thank God. All right. So for the 24th on Saturday, we will be having a game hosted by one of our members here, Andrea, who was in one of our one-shots. I think our Sagas one-shot. Was that Sagas that we played? We played a bunch of different games the last 3 months, so I've lost track. And then next week we will have Darkness Arc again, where we will continue to sift through some parts of the city and find some things. But until next time, thank you for coming, guys. Does anyone have anything to plug while I go scouring the internets for someone to raid?
Part 2, Hot Room Through Summer on the Tipsy Tiger channel at 7 o'clock Central next Friday. So hope to see you there. That's it.
Most of you guys do things. Come on.
Yeah, I was thinking in my head, I was like, oh, yes, actually, now that I think about it, we have our voice actors. We're going to start doing our intro to character videos, and we're going to start posting on YouTube. I will post in the channel here soon. Crazella over here is going to be doing her character, Elizabeth. But we have, I think it's 15 characters we're going to be doing all together, but it's just going to be intros to all the characters, what they think, how they feel, how the person feels about their character and things like that. So you guys get a behind the scenes look on how beginner level voice actors to adept voice actors get into character and how they build and live with that character throughout the seasons.
Hell yeah. Anybody else? All right. Well, hopefully we can see you on the Discord. Or if you don't want to watch, you'd rather listen, go find us on our podcast now. But we are going to raid you out to Phoenix Iwaki, I believe is how the name pronounced. They are currently doing Tomb of Annihilation. So if you're in to watch a really, really, really deadly game, this is probably the one for you.
Just watch a whole bunch of people die.
Yep. So we're going to toss you over to them in a couple seconds. So thank you for coming along. Have a good evening and wander with us next time.
Bye.
Have a good night. Thank you.